Hey everyone. Welcome back to Arcane Focus. I'm just chilling with this very cool music we have playing right now, but I'm your DM Mike. Joined with me are my amazing players. We have Amber, Steve,
Yo,
Temple. How's it going, guys?
what up?
Happy Saturday.
It's the weekend. I've actually been really excited for today's session and just for playing D&D in general. We generally have a Wednesday game that didn't go off, and now I've been starving. of D&D content.
Starving.
Oh, I'm just hungry for it. So a few announcements. First of all, we have a new one-shot that's coming out, The Lucky Trove. That's happening next month on the 27th, so March 27th. DM'd by our very own lovely Amber, who will be, I think the summary is...
And my 4 minions.
I'll go and read the summary because it's already public now.
Yeah.
But let's see here. Let me read the summary of it. It says here, do you think leprechauns are all gold and rainbows? Nope. They work for St. Patrick, the mob boss of the Lucky Trove. And he has a special task for a select group of leprechauns. Let's hope they don't mess this up. Amber's selected leprechauns for the 27th is going to be myself, Crash Pixie, our old DM Nick, and Titan Fishkiller. So happy to have all of these guys back on for the show for this brand new adventure.
Not gonna leak anything, but like your guys' characters cracked me the fuck up when I was.
We did go a little ridiculous with characters.
Already, this sounds like The Godfather meets Leprechaun, so I'm in.
Yeah. So expect that on Sunday next month. So that's gonna be really exciting. Other than that, I don't think we have any immediate announcements at the moment.
I don't think so.
Perfect. I think I'll have another announcement next week, but that'll be about the other one shot for Fireplace Portal. But we'll get into that when we get closer to it. But yeah, I think it's time for maybe a recap, guys.
See.
Let's do
Please.
it. The sound of stone grinds across worked marble, and the soft whispers of air from the outside can be heard as the large statue of Maximilian Blake slides across the floor of the crypt, revealing the torchlight from above. The party, desperate for fresh air and the sky, leaves the Golden King's grave with coin in numerous bags, a magical crown, and the very vial that Blood Eyes Belladonna was after. Though they left with a bit of melancholy due to the loss of an innocent life, the party was able to make it back to the city of Revine. There, apologies. There, waiting by the entrance is a disguised Arthur. Are you giving me water?
It has electrolytes in it, so don't make a face. Just gonna make a face.
Yeah. There is a disguised Arthur and 2 large Goliath guards, who, after some quick banter, gave the party a choice of 2 magical items out of 3 in exchange for the crown. They traded the necromantic artifact and picked up the truth-telling ring and the arcane pistol. I believe that's what we chose, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect.
Eat my lunch, sorry.
No worries. At this time, the domain-chosen Earth Genasi, Raimi Hardy, decided that enough was enough. And though she was subjected to encounters with genies, vampires, and crime bosses, she saw the results of the party's efforts, as well as the good that comes from them. She was left the party with assurance that while her report may not totally smooth things over with the tension between the 2 countries, that it'll at least keep the domain's eye off of the 3 griffins. The party said their goodbyes, and after she took her leave, but before she took her leave, she handed a slip of paper to Savannah, a symbol of a cargo company in Attigate that can help the party if they decide to go off continent. At this time, mechanic-wise, we hit a 2-week downtime period, and a ton was accomplished. Visiting the Barnwells, talking to Gina Lee, purchasing some magical items, sending money home, witnessing Mary and Moscow's wedding, purchasing a house for said couple, and so much more happened. However, the way we're going to end this downtime is a report from Savannah's guild leader, Richard Thogmore, informing that Leon, Savannah's good friend and Thieves Guild teacher, has been in strong conversation with Belladonna's crew. Unfortunately, they were unaware of the full aggression that they had against Savannah and the map they were looking for. However, they were still in strong communications with Belladonna's crew, and the last assignment that Leon had was to smooth things over with the crew. This has been going on for some time, and the last attempt that Leon had to meet with Belladonna's crew led to his disappearance. Savannah, with this knowledge, headed back to her friends, informed them of the troubling news, and we rejoined the party. As Savannah, you inform Rolly and Vera of the disappearance of your close friend, and you guys are currently standing within your kind of emptied, ramshacked room on the top floor of the Books and Brew. Definitely could use a little bit of money for furniture, but you've been getting by with bedrolls.
That's depressing. We need a bed.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
We
how
need
much
bed.
would that be? Like, would we have to ask? What's her face? I can't think of her name. Luna and the other one, Ellie.
You can ask them to go buy stuff.
Well, I don't know. Like, if you're gonna give us a set price, or we have to have them go out and ask.
You can have if you like. They can go buy the bare necessities for living within a bedroom for you three. And the only thing I'll do is I'll subtract it from your weekly intake.
I think Rolly needs a bigger bed
Probably.
than the rest of us.
So if you guys are fine with that, they can go shopping for you, get sort of the bare necessities, and you just have a less intake next week.
Well, I know I can give them money. I'll give them money for my bed, and then like something basic like to mount her armor on.
Okay, so an armor mount. So let's say that you go to Luna, who currently is sort of working the downstairs. You're giving her a shopping list, so you're thinking for like an armor rack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe a weapon rack too. I don't know.
Weapon rack.
We all got a lot of shit on us.
Sure. Do you want to actually add a 5th floor to the Books and Brew?
I don't know what we'd use it for just yet.
Okay.
I had a thought last week about why we would need a 5th floor. I've lost it, so we'll come back to that.
No worries.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you have
unless
time.
somebody wants to stay with us, then we don't want them in our room. Move them one up. That's the only reason I could think for right now.
Yeah.
Unless it's like our own study that doesn't involve Richard and everybody else. That's just like the...
It's gonna be our office.
Yeah, essentially.
I will say that the 3rd floor where Moscow, Ellie, and Luna were usually staying at, it's just been Ellie and Luna because Moscow has been settling into his new house.
They have right beds though, right? They're not sleeping on bedrolls.
Mary and Moscow?
No. Ellie and Luna.
Marion,
Oh yeah, they have 4 beds.
Okay.
If you could look at the 3rd
So it's
floor.
just us that's been like, okay.
Okay, in our defense, we haven't
No,
been
we haven't
home.
been here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll ask her how much she thinks we would need for all the beds.
Well, let's say I would say that the person would probably know is probably Ellie.
Okay, well,
She was the accountant of the group.
I'll go ask her.
You reach out to her as she's currently in the 2nd floor, finishing, serving a patron. Turns to you and goes, "How's it going, boss?"
I need you to do a favor for us, because apparently our room, as I've been told, is sad looking. So,
Yeah, it has a little bit of trash.
we're never here. I mean, we only come in and we see you, and then like we leave. To be fair. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need 3 beds, an armor rack, and a weapons rack, and probably a king size bed for Rolly, because it's Rolly.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, an extra wide bed, a king size bed for Rolly, 2 other beds for you guys, armor rack, weapon rack. Do you want like a dresser, a stand? You want me to just furnish the place?
Yeah. How much? How much is it gonna be?
I don't know how much. I would assume for a basic armor rack and weapon racks. How big of are we talking? Like
Well,
she kind of looks you over.
I
and-
turn around. I'm like, I carry this, and you see what the big man carries.
Yeah.
They're not little.
All right, I'll get a medium size so we could. It's not going to take up the full room.
Yeah, no, I don't want to take up the full room. But like, there's not a fourth bed, so maybe we can put it in that corner.
With the bare necessities, probably about. I'm assuming about 300 to 400, maybe.
That's it.
Well, I mean, it's just furniture.
Okay.
If I can
well,
probably. We've been making good deals with a lot of the local craftsmen. You know,
Here.
down the cliff. So maybe I can find someone.
I give her 550.
Okay. Whoa.
50's your tip. 500 so it's not ugly and
I'm
whatever
in your
you need
employment,
to get.
Vera. You don't have to pay me.
When I
do
see
that.
this, I'm just gonna yell at her. I'm just like, get a down comforter.
What she said.
All right, comfort.
Whatever that is.
That's feathers.
Oh, okay. No,
Whatever that is.
that's
Ellie,
a good choice,
You
Savannah.
work your butt off and we're hardly ever here. Just take the dang tip. Maybe you can buy yourself something nice for your own room.
You know, I thought Moscow was the strangest thing to come by me in my life, but now I think it's a blessing because I met you guys, and now we're actually living pretty.
Yeah. So just use it.
All right. I'm not gonna
Maybe
argue.
like get Luna like a little nicer of a stand for her cards.
Well, we don't really have a stand for her car. She's been
oh, well,
using
maybe
the
you
bar.
should get her a stand for the cards.
Wait, we never set Luna up. I thought
Or
that
like
was the first thing we did.
a little table or something. I don't know, whatever she
I
thinks.
mean, she goes around to people's tables and asks for if they want to do it, but we don't really have a select space for it.
Well, maybe she can get her own like reading table if she wants.
I guess I could go to the second story and maybe set something up there.
Yeah. Well, ask her first. Don't just make it. 'cause
Yeah, no, no,
she's,
if
she's gonna
she
have to use it.
likes.
Do you want me to add that to like maybe our marketing? Is
Yeah.
that we offer fortune telling?
I think it'd be a good catch. I mean, if they're already drunk, they might wander over there anyway.
Oh, believe me, that's almost exclusively
Yeah.
our clientele when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to fortune telling. We get a lot of rich people down here now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The drunker they are, they can pay more for the cards.
We got books, now readings, and booze.
Oh, and better coffee. We got the better coffee.
We do. We do.
What's
Listen-
not to like?
What's not to like? I absolutely agree, big man. I think everything's going. Yeah, the coffee's been going great with the early morning crowd, where we serve a little less drinks and sort of more wake ups.
Do we serve breakfast?
Brunch. We're not that active. That early
I
in the
don't
morning.
expect you to be. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think we had a conversation about that. No one wanted to get up that early.
No.
Oh, I'm not gonna make you. I'm just wondering how the food looks. If it's kind of meh right now, or is it?
By the way, we can't get Moscow up that early.
I don't think you have to worry about that. Pretty sure Mary's gonna get his ass out of the bed a lot faster.
That's true.
She's an early riser, that one.
You know, she's been coming by a lot more often. She's quite a lovely woman.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
nice.
She's very nice.
Where do you think Uthiel got it from?
And our staff is treating her well, right? Because she's now part of the family.
Oh, absolutely. Me and Luna. She's been a joy to be around, and we treat her the same.
I mean, she is a nurse, so if anybody needs anything, she'd probably be more than happy to help you out if she has the right tools and stuff. She probably needs her own set.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask you guys, with the more clientele we've been getting, we might want to hire
A bouncer.
probably some muscle when you guys aren't here. It's kind of easy to keep control of the riffraff when Rolly's walking around.
Say no more. I'm pretty sure our investor can help us out with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, we would definitely like to have maybe a secondary angry face to walk around. Maybe just to keep the riffraff under control.
But I have to test them. If they can't keep up with me, then...
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Well, don't break them first go, huh?
If I break them first go, then they probably aren't up for the task.
Don't worry, Rolly. I'm pretty sure we can find someone to keep up with you.
Savannah, I trust wholeheartedly that you're going to find someone that can keep up with Rolly. And if those two collide and work together, I think we're safe.
Too bad we can't hire your brother's, I guess, ex-girlfriend now because she was huge. I would trust her to be able to knock somebody on their ass.
I mean, well...
Think of what brother you're talking about. I'm like, my brother had a girlfriend? Oh, no.
No,
his.
Rolly's
we would
brother.
just have to go find her, I guess. And
Well, she was
see if
hired.
she-
She was hired by the guild, but she went back to go join the rest of her group, so I don't think she'd do it. Unless we hired all of them. And she kind of looked like the most capable, to be honest. I don't know about those other ones.
Well, I mean, doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Doesn't
let
hurt
Savannah
to
ask, and then if those fail suit, then we'll ask the guild.
We have a couple places we can put postings, so we can just see what happens.
Oh. Do we need to put another enchantment on this place, or is it good enough as it is?
I don't know.
Hire
Actually,
Well, I mean, like, if you wanted something to help you kick somebody out other than a physical force, maybe that's a thing.
I'm like, I think magically we might be okay, but we can maybe have it looked at by our new clientele. No,
Well,
the person that's working on at the.
yeah, the season's,
Bounty.
well, the other season's bounty.
oh, if you found an enchanter.
Well, she did this building.
Oh, she's familiar.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, so far we haven't really had the need for it, but it could definitely be a help if anything comes up.
No, it's always best to be prepared.
Yeah, we seem to learn
Yeah.
that the hard way, so maybe just get it ready.
Have you guys been okay?
Well,
Def-
we're alive.
I just smile.
I've been around enough carnies to know that that's never a good sign. Be
Mhm.
careful, you guys, all right?
We try, but you know, things find us. I'm sure Moscow can tell you that much.
Yeah, he's told me stories.
Just keep an eye out. Anything fishy, feel free. I can always send you guys a message in your head, technically.
I mean, Moscow's still spreading rumors about you guys just to sort of keep
Wait, what rumors?
Hasn't he told you where he mentioned that the bar is owned by a guardian of light, a massive, gladiator and yellow eyes in the darkness?
Yeah, he told us.
Oh,
last
that's
time.
right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's we're hoping it's gonna spread. It even brings us a little more mystery, which is perfect.
And maybe you should put one of your posters up, Rolly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You have posters?
Yeah, when he won,
I do?
he's got a whole freaking statue now.
We have some space open on the second story. I could put him up.
Alright. How many you need? How many do you think would be
I
reasonable?
think we just need one and we can put it on a nice frame.
I say the most intimidating one.
I can put it above the
Just
fireplace in
point.
the second story. And then we'll put maybe. Do you have any? We'll find some decorations that goes well with it.
Okay. Alright, I'm in.
That exchange
I am in.
happens. You slowly do that. And she's a part of the money you gave me, Vera. I'll buy a good frame for it.
Yeah. Don't cut into your tip.
If you do cut into tip, you realize we'll just pay you again later, right?
Yeah, I don't understand. Guys, save your money for the rainy day.
We do.
We want to make sure you guys are well taken care of.
We are. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys didn't have the best start, and then you Towns, whatever the hell he was kind of a major asshole. So, you know.
Well, you guys have definitely improved our lives. But if there's anything else you need me to get, let me know, and I'll be around. I have to get back just to help out this one guy, so I'll be.
Can I ask her something real quick? And I forgot his name. The
The
twins. What's the name of the other brother?
Ollie.
No. The brother that we found, that we gave a burial for. What's the other brother's name?
There was. Here, let me.
I want to say it was like Barnaby and somebody else.
Yeah, it was Barnaby and something else, but let me go ahead and find that for you.
The living one. I don't get that wrong. Probably have it. It's just probably way back there.
It's somewhere in my notes. Not a problem. That's what this is for. I can go search for it.
I think they were like the acrobats or something.
They were the twin acrobats.
Yeah.
Here it is. Barnaby and let's see.
I remembered one. I don't remember the other one.
I'm like, we're going way, way back.
Yeah, we are. Past. James.
James is the
it was
one.
Barnaby Ross and James Ross.
Which one?
James passed away.
Okay. So I don't want to get the name wrong. That'd be bad. I'm gonna ask her if she's heard from Barnaby and if you think like he would want a job, maybe.
Here, I'm gonna actually pull another name. I've heard from Lucy and Laura.
Oh yeah.
And she's mentioned that he's been with her. I can send her a message. He doesn't really send me messages. It's sort of mainly through her. You know, she's sort of the motherly type.
Well, maybe I can ask the other two if like they think we should hire more staff. Maybe they could help. I kind of feel bad that they just left.
I don't know where Jency is.
Oh.
I don't. That Tabaxi woman has a mind of her own. I don't know where she goes.
I mean, I just sent something to our clan, so I think she might be back there.
Oh, she's back with her clan.
Possibly. I can try to send word.
Okay. Just to make sure she's okay. You know, just definitely part of the family. Yeah, I could send a message to Lucy and Laura, see if maybe she can wrangle up Barnaby and they want a job.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad that they left. I know they didn't. I get it. It's not that I don't understand it, but maybe, I don't know, it seemed to have worked out for you guys. Maybe they like it better than just being stuck on the road all the time.
Well,
maybe they don't. I don't know.
I know the Ross twins were really, really close with Lucy and Laura, so I'm sure they're doing fine. Hopefully, the letters I've been getting from her have been just, you know, day-to-day activities, nothing too crazy. But
I think we just want to make sure everyone's okay. So if they need the help, it's here for them.
I'll send them a message. I'll let you guys know when I get something back.
Okay.
And she sort of fixes herself, you know, gets her tray that's now emptied of drinks, and goes back to the bar, second story bar, and starts to fill them up. Goes through a couple of the small tables, goes to small talking, and is currently occupied.
Vera, actually, why don't we go downstairs real fast?
Okay. We're going where I think we're going?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You go into the elevator, the arcane elevator. Say the code word
That only Savannah's has memorized because I don't.
and reappear at the bottom floor, the basement of your bar, within the small section of the Raven's Kiss. Richard currently is there, speaking to a secondary Richard, who are sort of talking a little bit. And they see you, nod, acknowledge your presence here, but is currently busy in conversation. But after some time, does look to you and goes, "So you've brought your friends. I assume that you're bound to leave?"
We are, but I wanted to do this down here than upstairs. Vera, can you try to message Leon?
Oh. Am I just asking if he's okay and where he is, or something specific?
Where is he? We'll start with that.
All right. Oh. Vera like hates this and doesn't hate it all at the same time because she's had 2 bad experiences. I can write the spell slot off. Well, he knows my voice, I think. I don't need to say.
Yeah, also the way the spell is worded is that if they know who you are and you cast the spell, they understand it's coming from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of worried about you. Do you know where you are? And are you safe to talk? If I want to say if he's safe, 1 cough. If he's not and can't talk, 2.
You get a response of, "I can talk. Just not alone. At the moment, 50-50 on fine."
What does that mean?
I mean, he's a guy though. Like half the time they tell you they're fine and they ain't fine.
I'm more
Women do this
annoyed.
too, but you know.
I'm more annoyed of he's not telling us where he is.
Well, he says he's not alone, so I don't think he can. Maybe they're just keeping him for ransom until somebody comes. Because if they killed him and we knew that, there'd be no point.
Can we ask him to hint where he is? I
Alright.
don't know. Or is that too much?
No, I don't mind. I just don't know how much he can give away without his... I don't know how close his friend, who his company is. Okay, I'll send another message.
Okay.
I'll ask him if he can... Oh, maybe use Thieves' Cant or some kind of code to hint where he is.
So, point of order.
I don't know what that means,
You don't
but
know
I can
what
tell
that
her.
I'm gonna have to ask you if this is what you want to do, Vera. Before we do it, I will inform you now that if you are told Thieves' Cant, I'm gonna ask a performance check from you to see if you can
Relay it.
the way he did it.
Can I give myself guidance?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. He tells you a code in Thieves' Cant. And so now this is going to be you checking to see...
Purple banana hammock.
Essentially. You actually get, Vera, you actually get like almost like he's having a conversation with another person. And it's a lot of like non sequiturs. Like he's like, oh, the weather's definitely a bit shiny today. And, I don't think I've had enough coffee, too much of that. And he starts to talk like too much white, and he's sort of emphasizing different words that definitely sound a bit odd when spoken out loud, but you know that sometimes Savannah talks in this way when speaking to her fellow thieves members. So roll me performance check.
It wasn't bad, but I gotta find a D4.
I guess the matter is like, oh yeah, the swallows are carrying the coconuts north.
The wind is going down and then through. It's like, what are you saying?
So 18 plus 1 plus 2, so 21.
Ooh.
21?
Yes.
The DC was 20.
Oh, well, thank God for guidance.
Whoa.
I just kind of look at her because I'm on like.
I just repeat to you what the hell he says.
It's like when someone goes, repeat after me, and they speak in Spanish, and you say the exact thing in Spanish, and you're
Just
like,
very slow.
I don't know what I said. You hear from Vera, essentially, Leon said that he is north of between Yellow Sand and Crom Tip on the Inneberry Islands.
One more time.
He is between Crom Tip and Yellow Sand.
And Yellow Sand is where Belladonna is known to be, right?
Yeah, that's sort of like the town that she owns.
On Anbury. Anbury or Anburn?
Anbury.
Okay.
Annabury. There's an A there. Inabury. Annabury.
Okay.
Or Innabury.
Alright. I'm assuming he told you where he was, because I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, we're going to Annaberry Islands for one reason and now another.
I thought we were going to the Laura.
Huzzah!
Whatever. What's the other island?
Wait, I pull up map,
Lorca?
make sure.
Yeah, I thought we were going to the Lorca Islands.
Hold on, let me pull up map.
Lorca. I don't think you have a reason to go there.
Okay,
I think
that's what we were last time before we found out about Leon.
The only mention of Lorca so far in this game came from Olivan.
Okay.
I would say it was something with there.
Yeah.
Because we were going to Belladonna as is, but now we have a double reason to go.
I mean,
I'll say that Savannah, as Vera says this out loud within the Raven's Kiss,
oh shit.
Oh shit.
Richard definitely understood.
I mean, it's not bad. He wants to know where he is.
His eyes sort of narrow and almost locks eyes with you, Savannah, gives a nod, looks to the secondary Richard, and sort of gives off a command.
I'm gonna walk over to him.
I heard.
Thoughts?
Well, they're not dumb enough to kill him, because they know that our forces would definitely seek vengeance. It didn't sound that he's gagged or in a position where he can't talk and have a normal conversation for the most part. So
But based off what Vera was telling me, something's off.
that it does feel off. Something's wrong. Why are they keeping him alive, and why are they allowing him? There's a lot of questions.
Do you think it's a trap?
It might be.
We're just sitting in the corner awkwardly totally.
Do you know how you're getting there?
I have a way off onto the island. That's
I would like.
Don't make a face.
I would like to assign about maybe 2 or 3 members to you.
Rolly's gonna love that. They're good, right?
They're good. Only you'll know about them.
Then they better be.
Keep them secret from your party, as well as any crewmates that might happen to be on the ship.
Well, we might know
They'll
about
blend
them
in.
anyway.
They'll blend in. Okay.
They'll blend in, and for the most part, they'll do their best to blend in until it's time to jump off the ship.
I mean, the only thing is to do is agree to that.
It's up to you. If you feel that it might be too dangerous or having additional Raven's Kiss members would be a bad idea, we definitely can pull back. What do you feel?
No, I think because it's not that I think it's too dangerous. I'm more worried about exposing us out there more, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I think it might be wise to have multiple lines of communication.
Understood. I'll bring in a few members who have the capability of long-form arcane messaging. And they'll just simply be eyes and ears and reporting back to me, keeping the intelligence flowing.
Not a serious business. Need a favor. I'm gonna put up a post. I need a guard upstairs. The bigger, the scarier, the uglier, the better.
Maybe not the uglier. We want the nice clientele.
Someone that beat him up. That's what we're kind of aiming for.
He looks his his sort of small bird eyes shift over to Rolly, see him flex, and he goes, we'll find someone. We'll definitely put out a few postings within the guild's HQs.
Okay, just have them meet with Ellie. Tell them that Savannah sent them. They'll be fine.
Good.
Brings out a quill and paper, starts to write down your request. The second time you've ever done this, putting down a job. So hopefully someone applies and we are able to vet them out. But Richard finishes his work here, sort of leaves you be, goes, I have to spread the word within the Raven's Claw and assess what else we can do. But in the meantime, we'll have a couple of stowaways, people who are going to blend in. So, Savannah, you have a feeling that wherever you go, or while you go to Attigate, you're going to probably have a couple of shadows just following behind.
I'm fine with that. It's the other two I'm worried about.
Well, we'll see if they can find them.
Well, one hates your crew more than the other one. The other one's neutral. Didn't have the same bad experience.
So, what is the next plan for you guys?
I think the only thing I wanted to do while I was here was talk to Igno about the stone.
Absolutely.
I'll go with you because I have a question that's an opinion.
Oh, I'm gonna also ask him to look at that lantern.
Well, I'm taking the vial, but at the same time, I'm like, should I give it to him to hold, or should we take it with us?
Well,
Yeah.
why don't you tell him what it is? Don't let him know you have it. Engage his reaction first.
Well, it's more of Belladonna is what I'm worried about. I'm like, do we take it with us, or... Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what opinion I wanted.
Yeah, no, I don't think we should. I don't know what she thinks of us, or if she's 10 steps ahead. I mean, she's been thinking this ahead, for a while now, sending that creepy thing after us, but I don't know what her reach is, and I don't want to hand her something if we, God forbid, we fail or we have to leave and she gets to it, and then it's gonna be a bitch to try and take it back.
Well, I was talking to Richard about it. At the end of the day, she asked for the map, not the vial itself. She just knows that it goes there.
I know, but I thought she knew the map was to the vial.
Yeah, that's my point. What's there at the location of the of that? What's there now at that location?
I know, but again, that's if she doesn't know we have it. Because if she knew we had it, she wouldn't give a shit about that map. She'd want that vial. It's easy peasy for her to take. We delivered her the package. Why would you go to where the map sent you if you have the thing in your hand? That's my issue.
I'll go with this
Savannah,
one.
roll me an insight check.
I realized my dice bag is way over here.
That's how most of ours is.
That's gonna be an 18.
18. You've sunk yourself within the within sort of the underlife of sort of being a street urchin and working with sort of a baddish crowd, obviously, within the Thieves Guild. You start to think, because I know you guys are currently like planning ahead, seeing what people might assume, and the thought runs across you that more than this is more like Belladonna sent an underling to do a job, found out that the job was failed when the map was taken, and then as punishment saying you don't come back until you give me reports, obviously, or there's some sort of communication happening because they were always trying to find you. The thought runs across your mind that those reports from that changeling more than likely stopped because he's dead. So that can be implied one way or another. But essentially the thought that goes across your mind is if someone's ever had any sort of violent act towards her underling, it's probably you guys.
Yeah. You might have fell in a hole.
So that's a thought that runs across your mind. So when it comes down to planning, that's something you might want to take into account of like, how do we smooth this over? Because she probably knows something bad happened and we're more than likely assumed to be the cause.
Fun times.
But we could say, as you're currently mulling that over, because I definitely think the mindset of let's find out what this is a good act to take. So we can fast forward you guys leaving the Books and Brew, making your way sort of around the castle, the Outright Castle, to one of the other mage towers, Igno's mage towers, going up to the study. Roman is not here right now. Unfortunately, he's currently off doing business or taking care of a few things. But Igno is there with his wife, who she sees you guys arrive, and she's like, I'll see you later. He taps her hand, the old form of Igno, human, as she elven woman goes downstairs.
I bring out the polar bear so you can see it.
Oh, you've done it! Oh, how congratulations!
At least so you can see what she looks like.
I love the color. Quite. I love the eyes as well. Quite a shocking of gold.
Yeah, she's kind of still learning what to do, though. She's a little, well, she's cute.
The bamps out, and as you currently been having this conversation, the polar bear sort of looks at one of the side tables and just sort of scrapes her head across it, and you see a couple of books and a cup fall.
I'm gonna quickly mage hand with the books in the cup.
You catch.
Sorry.
It's fine.
She's kind of klutzy.
Violet acts the same way.
Well, I think it's just because she's kind of big. I mean, she's little now, but bigger than most things.
Well, I'm happy to have you all here. Is there something on your mind? Can I help you? Or is this simply just a visit? I enjoy those as well. Would you like any tea?
I'll have some tea.
I mean, I'll always take tea from you.
Okay, perfect. The wife brought me a few cups here, so perfect. Starts to get into... Basically, you can talk to him, but he's currently just sort of preoccupied.
I was just gonna ask how the stone's coming along.
Oh, as I've told our friend Savannah here, I'm currently near on a breakthrough, finding out more. That we understand that it does send or transmit one's soul to a receiver. Whether that my next step is to find out whether that receiver is humanoid in nature, beast in nature, or perhaps even another object for storage. I haven't found out just yet, but that's the next step.
Real quick question to the DM because I don't remember. Did we destroy that necklace that the genie had on it?
No, because we purposely held it to give it to Igno.
Yeah.
Am I carrying or you?
I think you are.
Okay.
I think we have another device that is more of like a mind controlling thing. I'm not really sure, but it's from her.
Oh, okay. Goodness. Evergrey, causing more problems.
Also, I don't know if this affects this again, privilege information, but I think it's important given you're housing that thing in your house. I think she's on this plane. I don't think she's on a different one anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need a change of protection or what on it, but...
Well, I'm quite lucky, to say the least, that where the stone currently is not on this plane.
Okay.
It can only be activated by a series of incantations that only I can provide. It's through my own will, power, and force. However, the fact that you mentioned mind control,
Well,
that can go across such factors.
she kind of sent a genie after us.
I'm just gonna put this on the table. Right.
Sort of brings out a couple white gloves. The coffee's on the side. Or tea on the side. You can have some.
I'll just start serving.
Starts to look at the of course, equivalent to what the djinn was wearing was quite
it's like
huge.
this.
It's quite huge. She's kind of looking at it.
Just jump rope.
Lays it across one of the side tables and starts to mutter a few incantations. You start to see what looks to be arcane sigils floating into the air. Starting to do a bit of motions with it until finally you see him. Quite a nasty piece of work. It is a form of charm. So definitely something that can affect your influence. Definitely a bit of enchantment.
It looked like it was causing her pain, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What I can glean using my own arcane nature is that the necklace in question. Have you ever heard of the? It's a very rudimentary spell. It's command.
I know that one.
Perfect. Yeah. For those who are uninitiated, simply said, a very rudimentary spell. Simply give a arcane measure with a hand, flick, anything of the sort, and mention one word, and the recipient who is charmed has to perform that action or that one word, wherever it may be. It's a very, very simple spell, though, of course, it is limited in what it can do. This is almost a twisted version of it, a little bit of improved. Those with weak wills, or perhaps maybe unaware, weakened, if this is placed upon the neck, those with the necklace on it are subjugated to a bit of a heightened version of the command spell. Any attempt to go against said command causes great pain.
I wouldn't call her weak-willed, if anything, but I don't know.
Well,
She's been under her control before, so maybe that's what did it.
I mean, that would have caused her the pain. She didn't want to.
it's quite nasty, especially if you're not aware that you have to bring your mental guard up. Essentially, what I'm saying is don't get snuck upon with this around your neck.
Fun.
Yes, well, nasty piece of work. Would you like me to store it away?
Yes, please. But
yeah.
there's also one more thing we might ask you to store.
Of course.
I'm gonna take out the vial and just kind of hand it to him.
Looks at it. Might I ask what I'm holding?
Vampire blood from
Mm,
a Blake experiment.
You mentioned before the Blakes. Yes.
them and Evergrey have that commonality of everlasting life. Well, apparently we thought it was like liquid. It was a person.
It was a person.
Well, vampire blood. That's certainly an attempt at immortality. Bit of a twisted and half-life result, but
What do you mean by that?
well, vampires are very much limited in terms of how they can live. From at least the teachings and readings I've come across, I've never ran into a vampire personally, but I've definitely educated myself. Weakness to sunlight, weakness to running streams, running water, especially vulnerable to blessed and hallowed grounds. And of course, preying upon, plasma and blood. Half-life.
Okay.
Yes, but, let's see. Anything... So you assume something is special. Starts to do the same exact spell.
It was keeping one of their relatives alive for a very long time.
And it's highly sought after. Most people don't know what it is, but it's considered a treasure.
You see him almost like stare down at the vial after the end of the spell is cast. Essentially, you get, and I'll say, Savannah, you get a sense that he's casting Identify. And kind of like his old, man face, like the sort of the wrinkles across his face, like almost scrunch up a little bit, a little more wrinkles start to show. The smallish beard that he currently is sort of cleaning away, rubbing a bit. Okay. Well, what I can glean is that this is not necessarily it doesn't feel like a very simple vampire blood. It's interesting. There are certain components of this ichor that can either perhaps cure or even cause vampirism.
Well, it is an experiment. It wasn't like, they captured a vampire and put him down there. They, made him into
They
that.
have that.
Well, I would...
But I don't know if, it only worked with him. He was down there and since... Hold on. 5 million years ago.
The point was he was held down there and he was being drained.
Vampires essentially work the same as any other individual. They hunger, they feed, and that runs through their system. The body essentially feeds off the blood given.
Found it.
If this experiment was being drained, obviously they were being fed as well.
Oh yeah.
There was something interesting in this being's blood.
Yeah, I think it was only him. He said he had been down there for 600 years or something.
Goodness. Well, it could be used for good. We can try to synthesize something that can cure vampirism. Would take
I'm
me some
for
time.
that, but for now I need to just keep it safe. There's actually dangerous people who are after it.
Understood. I'll include it in the vault.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, is there anything any
Can-
other aid I can provide?
Can we do anything for you? Because I feel like we were putting a lot of weight on your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm glad I was thinking that.
Like, do you need money or something? Like
How
I
are
don't
you?
know.
We've been working you a lot, and I know you
Yeah.
have your own things to do.
Feels kind of bad. But I mean, like, to be fair, we come to you because one, we trust you. Two, you're a very powerful person that doesn't seem to be corrupted, which is a good thing. So,
I appreciate the
and we enjoy
compliments.
your company.
yeah.
So.
Thank you.
And you give us nice tea.
I'm fine in terms of financial stability. One great benefit of being so long as a domain chosen is that you essentially receive some sort of tenure, and I'm fine. So do not worry yourself. I ask only of the following on your adventures: if you happen to run across an arcane tome, or anything else that could be gleaned after of a man of knowledge and study, I'd appreciate that as a gift. What you're bringing me definitely is payment enough. I'm learning more, and that's essentially how I help out the domain. Of course, I can't share these findings, but I'm a little bit selfish that way.
Maybe someday we'll be able to when this is all over.
I'm hoping so. Definitely wanted to share some of this information.
I mean, I'm sure Ruby and all them told you that we testified, right?
I've been quite locked away in my tower. I haven't had a chance to...
Do you want to hear the whole story of the kingdom and the domain getting...
Oh yeah, we had a
that's-
babysitter from a chosen, Raimi.
I did tell him
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Miss Hardy.
She was
Yeah.
nice. I think she thinks we're semi-nuts, but I mean...
She's quite a hard worker.
She's a very proud person.
That is a good word for it.
Point is, the king knows Evergrey's up to some ish. And so does Domain.
Well, if the king knows...
But they don't know that you have all that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
no.
Understood. Well,
We didn't name names if it's any consolation.
We did. We try to be as vague as possible with certain details.
I
Like, we gave
appreciate
a
that.
full report, but, like, we weren't gonna get you in trouble, because you didn't get us in trouble.
Yes, well, maybe that can be the payment. You keep me out of the loop in terms of discussion, and I'll continue assisting you when it comes to arcane studies and investigation.
If you promise to do the same, we are good.
Sounds like a plan. Anything else you'd like to ask Igno while you're here?
Any tips on how to train this bear? She doesn't really know how.
Pressing matters indeed.
I just don't want to put her in battle. I'm afraid she'll die. She's too little. I mean, she could probably scratch the shit out of somebody if she wanted to, but...
The bear is a combination of not only the... It is tied to you, Vera. If you happen to lose your bear, it only takes a bit of a willpower and a bit of arcane magic to bring it back.
Well, I guess I feel better about that, but I don't want to happen anyway.
Some material is also needed as well, don't forget that.
Yeah.
So it can be costly if you continuously throw your bear into battle and get it killed.
You say it like that.
Plus, it probably wouldn't enjoy that very much.
Yeah, I don't want her to hate me.
But,
It's just she's so little. Violet's huge.
it might take some time for your little one to grow that big.
Do I have to keep her out, or she just grow wherever she is?
She grows with time.
Okay.
She grows with you. Well, I think I'm going to investigate this vial a little bit more. I think, a cure for vampirism definitely is a large feat and an endeavor, so that'd be interesting.
I just feel bad for the person they kept down there. He didn't seem like an awful person at all. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yes, well.
Story of many our lives, right?
Yeah. I like to think we're in the right place. We just don't necessarily agree half the time.
What's your next move, gang?
Guess getting packed for the islands.
Pack for the islands? Anything else you'd like to get before... Well, I'll ask this. Before we start to move on. Is there any place you'd like to go or within Alrak before you leave? If not, there's 2 places that you guys can go to. Obviously, you can use the teleportation within the Raven's Kiss to go to Varsal, or you can go to Akoda, both of which are only about like a hop and skip in terms of like how many cities between to Attigate.
I think we should go to Akoda, but do you want to go to the season bounty before we go?
Just to check on it, but I thought we bought health potions, didn't we?
We did.
How many did we buy? I didn't write it down.
2 standard, 1 greater.
Mm-hmm. I remember Savannah bought them.
Okay.
So, perfect. You guys go back to the Raven's Kiss, going through the portal, feeling that uneasiness, going through the second one, and arriving in Akoda, across the entire, about southwest of the entire continent, heading a little further down. Let's see here. To Akoda. As you guys start to exit out of the teleportation area, going towards the Akoda HQ of the Raven's Kiss, Savannah, you are tapped on the shoulder as one of the random members here recognizes you and goes, Miss Skrilla. Looks like to be a dwarven man, scraggly blonde beard, dirtied at the bottom. Definitely looks like it's got some stains. But he goes, I just wanted to let you know, we have teams waiting both at Beta and Romri. They are covering the 2 main exits out of the Evergrey Desert. Seems that Garwin is on one of his expeditions and we're waiting for him to come back.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. The Richards informed me that you wanted to know.
No, we're just keeping tabs on many things, so thank you for that report. You may go.
Thank you, Agent. Nods, turns away. But yeah, you guys are back at Akoda. Once again, walking out of the tavern, you're standing at the street light, or the street site, seeing the large trees above you that are currently lit up by the orange coloration of lantern light. It will take 3 days to go down south towards Struckgrow. Oh, sorry, not Struckgrow. Six Run, where of course the season's bounty is, and then it'll probably take another 3 days to get down to Attigate. Right now, I believe at this time with the 2 weeks period, Savannah, your carpet is back if you'd like to try to use it.
Okay. So we need to get down to Sishron City, right?
Yeah, so right now you're
Okay.
at, so I'll go and put you on the map right now. So yeah, you guys are right about here. And you're trying to get here.
How many days you said with us?
So it'd take about 3 days going south to Six Run, and then I'll say actually not 3 days, about 2 days to get to Attigate. So a 5-day total travel.
I mean, we could definitely use the carpet for half that.
Okay.
Or if we get that lucky.
Yeah, I'll also say that traveling via carpet also reduces the time in terms of travel because you get to travel while you're sleeping. So we'll see. Go ahead and roll for me if you like. So it's a D4 minus 1.
2 days on the carpet.
2 days. With that 2 days, it'll reduce a day. You're able to get to Six Run no problem.
Yeah.
The carpet itself starting to wind back into its Weaver's disc. Roll me a D6. 1. Hey, okay. You could get it back in a day. That's pretty good.
The one time you want a one.
Yeah, the one time you want
I
to
want a one.
you
Nailed it.
yeah, you nailed it. Arriving at 6 run, you see that the shoreline once again sort of give you a reminder of how the city looks. Giant spires of like thin rock and pillars. Looks like it's been carved by the ocean itself, that are connected by these like stone walkways and bridges. The season's bounty of 6 run is here, made out of sandstone. Last you saw it, it's had a bunch of bars and metallic around it for security wise. But also the last time you talked to your family here, they were hiring for security, just to ensure everything. And you also got it enchanted for added security. So it's a little less barded up. You also came here for a bunch of magical items, which currently, if you want to get some more,
I think
they're
we did
currently
ask
waiting.
like an architect too to pretty it up a little so it didn't look like
It's
you were
currently
going into a jail cell.
It's currently the bars are gone.
Yeah.
And it looks like a very well designed like sand castle meets like earthy design. A lot of your family definitely has ties to nature, so this is sort of the shoreline version of what Marigar is, like mainly wood. And if you'd like to do anything here in 6 run, you can. If not, you can continue going down south.
I'm just gonna check on my siblings. My bear is with me.
Sure.
So I'm letting her get a walk out.
Zima and Vosen are working the... Actually, what happens is while you get to the season's bounty, walking up sort of this little pathway, hearing the shoreline behind you towards sort of this sandstone, almost sandcastle-ish design of the season's bounty, you see the symbol of season's bounty above the archway. There is a medium-haired, wavy black, bright blue eyes human wearing what looks like to be a coat over his neck, draping over to his side, a couple of like sort of almost like a poncho-like design of like different patterns across his across the clothes that he wears, with a couple of leathers, heavy leather gloves with a sword at his side. He just sort of stops you all and goes, "What's your business?"
Technically they're my siblings, so I guess I own part of it. Vera Kavad. And then like she tilts her armor so you can see the season's bounty crest.
Oh. I've heard about you. I haven't met you. Nice to meet you. I'm Tor.
I'm assuming you're the new guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look them up and down.
This is Rolly and Savannah. We helped do the whole enchantment and everything. So if you see them, they're fine.
So as you look him up and down, Rolly, he is a human. He doesn't look as big as you, obviously. But he looks like, there's a couple of scratches and scars across his face and neck and chin. He's been in a few fights, you can tell. And even with your sort of large frame, he doesn't sort of waver. As you walked up, he was just ready for it. Like this guy, if he was going to get into a fight, he knows he's getting punched, and so he does not care. And so you sort of walk into this sort of frame, and he's like talking to Vera. Oh, yeah. Sure. Let me bring you to the boss.
Are they both not in there?
No,
I'm
they're
assuming
here.
you mean Zima.
I mean Zima. Vosen doesn't. Well, I think you know.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Sure. Kind of turns away. And you are led inside, so they're opening the door and sort of showing you in. The entire season's bounty. It's a bit darker inside.
What was his name again?
Tor.
Tor. Okay.
And he just sort of stands by the entrance, keeping an eye both inside, interested in seeing the new sibling, as well as keeping an eye outside, as well, keeping his duties going. Zima sees you as you walk in with the polar bear, gives a smile and runs to you, hugs you, greets you. I didn't expect you to visit so soon.
We just wanted to say bye before I was getting into some more mischief as usual.
Oh, I see. Well, be careful. Whatever you're doing.
Hopefully I don't know. like to think we're wrapping it up, but I'm not holding my breath.
Right.
I had to let that one out. I don't know.
Immediately her eyes lock onto you, Savannah. And she goes, Savannah, how's Sheba?
I haven't directly talked to her, to my tribe, but I have not heard anything back, so I'm assuming they are well.
Okay. Well, send her my best. Vera, roll me an insight check.
Hold on, I have to move a burrito out of the way. Okay. +8, I think. The hell's 15 + 8?
A lot.
24? Right? Yeah, 24.
15 + 8?
Yes.
That's
23.
23.
No, 23, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Close
There's
enough.
a bit of like
Mess.
sort of dark circles underneath her eyes. Doesn't look like she's getting a ton of sleep. She definitely does look a lot better the last time you saw her. But yeah, a little bit tired.
I just kind of put my hand on her shoulder. I'm like, you're starting to look like Dad. Is there something wrong?
Please don't say that. I still remember it from time to time.
You're not sleeping, are you?
It's difficult.
Afraid?
Yeah, it wasn't a pleasurable experience. But Vosen's here. He checks on me.
Do you want me to calm your emotions? I mean, I've had to do it to Rolly before. He gets bad nightmares too.
Sure.
Okay, I just put my hand on hers and I'll cast calm emotions. Maybe it'll calm her down.
Yeah, she's not obviously trying to beat your DC. She just lets it happen. And there is a bit of a wave of sort of the tenseness within her jaw and cheeks. Definitely her posture definitely shows that she is kind of not on edge, but definitely like worried. And you just see everything sort of melt as she sort of leans back a little bit and sort of catches herself. Her eyes sort of flutter and awaken. And kind of gives a more warmful smile towards you, Vera, and sort of puts an arm around you. Kisses the side of your head and goes, "Thank you, sister."
I mean, you have a lot of protection thanks to them. We all chipped into, so it doesn't have to look like a jail cell out there.
Thank you. Yes, and a good friend Tor is definitely doing his best.
Yeah, I think he tried to kick my ass. But he let us in.
He hears that and sort of leans over and goes, I don't think I would.
I'm pretty sure the big man wouldn't let you, but
he narrows his eyes towards you, Rolly, and goes, I think I'd punch you, but I think I'd regret it.
Say that. Yeah,
I think I would regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would.
Yeah. I know how to pick my fights.
Well, the point is, at least you're a good patrol and not sitting on your ass. I'd rather you be that way than just be nonchalant.
I'm getting paid for this. Do my best.
Good man.
Just don't be afraid to come back home, huh? If you ever need to. Don't feel like you gotta stay here if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Besides, you can always go visit the tavern if you're, like, I don't know. They're nice people.
Just don't go spending it all in one place,
I won't.
Yeah.
That's my brother, not this one.
I appreciate the concern. But definitely the ocean air is helping a little bit.
Well, I mean, we try our best, Seema. We're trying to keep whatever that is at bay for as long as we can.
That's all we can do.
Yeah. And it's not like you can't tell Dad where to yell at me. He knows where to find me most days. In my head, anyway.
She laughs and kind of nods her head. He has quite a... he's been keeping an eye on me as well. So,
I kind of figured he would. I'm pretty sure he's keeping an eye on all his kids, given the
Exactly.
situation.
Is there anything else you'd like to do within the city of Six Run?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Unless I'm forgetting something.
I would like, if you travel southwards, again, only about a 2-day travel time frame. Roll me a d20.
Yeah.
Just a d20?
Just a d20.
There's nothing else you shared?
Nothing
Like,
else.
I feel like this is
not
how we
a
rolled a
plus-
dragon one time.
Yeah, remember one flew above you guys?
Some shit.
Well, 12.
Let's hope that chip was nice enough not to give us a dragon.
2 days passed without interruption.
Good job, really.
You got over a 10.
Oh,
No,
no, not one.
So let's go do a refresher as you guys are currently getting closer to the city of Adagate. Let's go and do a quick refresher to all, not only the audience, but for you guys as players. Welcome back to Adagate. For those who have been here before, Rolly Savannah. The city is what I like to... I would like to call it a small town, though it is more wide, almost like in rectangular shape. It stretches from the edge of the mountains all the way down to the shoreline, where there is a very sizable docking area. Adagate is an independent city that skirts the edge between both the domain land and the kingdom land. It is a beautiful melting pot of races and peoples and philosophies and objects and just ideals. People who were born here in Adagate are part of the independent collection of the city and are neither kingdom or domain. Most people who live here, no one really lives in Adagate. Most people who live here are sort of like local residents. It's like almost like a.
Is it like a vacation town?
You can treat it like it's not very vacationy.
I don't know.
A lot
People
of it
retire
is,
there?
No, a lot of it
Yeah, I was
is.
thinking more like a industrial city. That's
Oh,
It definitely is. There's a lot more warehouses. There's a docking district where a lot of trade comes in. A lot of the trade that happens here happens between Mostead and Ventir, the other continent that's off to the west. Ventir, we're not going to get too in detail, but it is a separate continent that sort of separates these two. A bit smaller, but definitely high in trade. But yeah, most people don't really live here. Those who do are born here, or they're traders who are like shipmen, or the rejects. The rejects who don't approve of either the domain or the kingdom's philosophy. Now, Rolling Savannah, you've been here before, where it's just a beautiful collection of random people and races that you can see. You're like, oh my god, a Dragonborn hanging out with a human, hanging out with a tiefling. It's a whole hodgepodge of people here. And a lot of the philosophies also mix well, where you see like the survival aspect of the domain reaching over to sort of the study that is the kingdom. So you see almost like a mixture of people philosophizing about nature itself, where you have people talking on the side of the street with other people, and just sort of, it's a beautiful scene. The feel and environment of Adagate now is a bit more quiet. There's not a lot of criers and philosophers who are off on the side talking as loud as they were. The bustling sound of the streets, even from this distance, not fully in the city yet, you can hear it's very quiet. Only the sound of bells ringing from the docks can be heard. In addition to that, there seems to be a checkpoint coming southward of domain soldiers who are currently standing there, talking to people as they're walking in, and they, a couple of couples in front. So right now you are like in a line of other travelers in front of you. You see a cart and a couple of groups. The cart gets checked. Some discussion moves on. The group goes ahead. So you're about 2 people ahead, or 2 people behind, towards the entrance of Adagate.
Do we need to show him that paper, Savannah?
No, we just need to find the cargo company. I don't. How did we get in the last time, Rolly? Do you remember? I don't think it was.
Meta, I totally don't.
Well, maybe he's well known enough
Meta-wise,
now.
you just walked in.
No.
That was the beauty of Attagate, was that there was no restrictions. You know, you can go back. It's like almost like going from. I know it's funny to say this, but being in California, if you wanted to go to Mexico, you just have to like, "Hi, I'm from this place," and they let you through.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
When I was young.
Yeah,
and
when you were young,
and I did go to Mexico. It is like
No.
late.
You just walk through the gate.
Yeah, it's like late 90s border where, you know, you just sort of walk in and they're like, great, you're from America, what's your name? Perfect, let me see your ID. Great, go on through. You know, like, there was nothing to it.
You have the right stuff, you get to the right place. You don't, you don't.
And it was very, very simple. This one, they're doing searches. And the line isn't moving as quickly, and there's definitely more of a discussion happening. You guys finally get to the front of the line as a couple of domain guards stop you and go, all right. Let me actually have the lines here for you guys. What's the reason for travel?
Oh, we're looking for work with the cargo company, and I kind of just take out the piece of paper and show the sigil.
He grabs the paper, looks at it. Understood. What are your names?
Miracle.
Savannah. Savannah Skrilla.
Rolly.
Lovely. All right, and are you bringing anything within the city walls?
She looks down at Lila.
Does that count?
I mean, she can kind of.
It's a pet.
She's a familiar. She can just kind of bamf with me if she's not allowed.
You see one of the skinnier looking guards sort of waves a hand and he goes, clear.
She's just
Why
a
the
klutz.
extra
She's not
security?
dangerous.
You don't mind me asking?
Well, due to tensions, we need to be a little more precautious. Queen's orders.
Oh, but this city normally does not care about what the domain nor the kingdom. Why now?
You're currently not quite standing on Attagate soil, not until you pass these archways.
I mean, it makes sense with Ruby and everything. It's fine.
It's fine. Thank you.
Of course, you may pass. Next. You guys
Pick
walk
up my
inside.
bear.
Looks at you,
Now that we've
licks
gotten
your
past
chin.
airport security.
Oh, man. You know, really, you technically have a third cub now. It's just she's a literal one.
You have a literal cup now.
Yeah, but it's not on command, so
I mean,
Well,
it's
not
on
your
my command.
I know.
As you walk in, generally there would be guards here, from both kingdom and domain. Before they were working in tandem, where it was like just making sure that the city was being used as intended. Now there's sort of groups of them walking, crossing each other. There definitely is a feel of oppression, or not necessarily oppression, but like there's a feel of tension all around the entire city. All of you guys are pretty well in passive perception, something usually higher than 11. You can even hear like locals speaking to one another, where you can hear one going like loud enough to tell the other guards, but not directly saying it to them, going, yeah, I wish they just all fuck off. Huh? And you hear another woman like next to him goes, easy, Tom? No, I agree with Tommy boy. The kingdom is to blame. Their little general decided to go kill domain people. Now they're all fucking here in Attagate. You hear the woman go, well, I heard that domain ain't got their shit right neither. Stealing kids to train as soldiers. That's really fucked up. And they continue walking on.
This is gonna be fun.
When is it not?
I'm assuming you guys go to the dock district.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The docks are filled with numerous ships and cargoes. People of all walks of life, from rich people who own sections of the docks, or maybe a ship themselves, are instructing their crew going left and right, not really getting onto the ship. Well, you see those of less fortunate or a bit poor work hands who are currently pulling off cargo from a ship, pulling ropes and making sure that they land onto the docks. You can hear the caw of seabirds all around you as the dock you could just hear the thumps of footsteps all around you as you can see just the open ocean off to the west. I'd like all of you to make me investigation checks.
Can I use the minute seeing goggles for this or no?
That's for seeing small things, right?
Oh, will you look at that?
Just says invest.
Another 12.
Another 12.
18.
18.
Says you have advantage on intelligent or investigation checks that rely on sight when searching the area, or searching an area, or studying an object within range.
Searching an area or okay, yeah, I'll give you advantage.
I mean, my roll didn't suck the first one. 16 or 17 plus 7. 18.
18. So Vera got an 18, Rolly got a 12, and Savannah, what'd you get again?
18.
18. Rolly, I think you're sort of revving up for a bit of sort of. You haven't had the blood pumping in a while, and you're looking at a couple of the sailors who are pulling. You're like, I could probably kick that guy's ass. And you look to another person who looks like a drow man wearing like a bit of a long hat, and you're like, yeah, I could probably kick that guy's ass too. And you're just sort of, your mind's racing of different things you can do. I don't know. I'll ask this question for you, Rolly. How do you feel about going back on a ship?
I mean, I have no real issues with it, as long as I can kick their ass.
There you go.
As long as Lily's not sending shit after us.
Wait. I fear that you misunderstood what I said. What you might have heard was, I'm going to kick the sailors' asses. What I meant was, I'm going to kick the ship's ass.
Oh,
wait,
interesting.
Don't. Otherwise, we're gonna sink. We're gonna have a hole
Yes.
in the boat.
Look. I may have bloodlust, but I'm not stupid.
My brain right now is still trying to wrap around that. Okay, Rolly.
Vera and Savannah, you guys start to look around the docks. It doesn't take you too long. It takes you about half an hour walk around this very expansive docking district. You hold up the piece of paper, looking at the numerous ships that are currently coming to port, some that are currently waiting. You come across a ship with the same symbol. The symbol itself looks like a silhouette of a dragon releasing a puff of smoke, and the smoke itself turning into a bit of like tentacles. It's a large cargo ship with a single mast, currently parked at one of the docks.
I guess I'll walk to the base of the ship to see if I could figure out who's working it.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Ooh. 25.
25. You start to walk up and down the docks, especially walking the length of the ship, which is quite large, looking around for any sign of movement, people there. I'll say even like you probably call out a little bit, and the gangplank is not down, and after a few calling, no one really responds to you. One of the other sailors who currently is working the same dock kind of turns to you, looks at you, and sees you yelling, and goes, I, miss, you're not going to find anyone there.
Where is everyone?
Most of the crew is around here taking small odd jobs, but you probably want to look for Jack. He's in one of the side bars here in the taverns.
I fling him a gold piece. It's like, thanks.
Much appreciated.
Baller.
I go back to Rolling Bear. I'm like, so we're looking for a Jack. Apparently he's in one of the bars. So, shall we?
Yeah. Can I find a fish from a bear first?
You have the bear stats, right?
I don't think you ever gave them to me.
It's a standard bear.
Okay.
It's like a brown bear, I believe. I will double check. It's either
Yeah.
brown or black bear. I know that they have different stats.
Okay, well, I'll let you check because I just have the cards thing. I don't have hers.
Let's see here.
I think I have the spell prepared, but I don't have her stats.
It is a black bear. So I'll send it to you now.
Okay.
But essentially what I'm going to want you to do is go ahead and make me a survival check using
Her
the
stats.
black bear's wisdom score, because that's survival. So it's a +1.
She has to get her own fish.
No, her mom's trying to get her something to eat, and she's gonna fuck it
She's
up.
like, "Are you hungry, baby?"
Yeah.
Ooh, 9.
9. It dives into the water, and you hear... and you
Well,
watch
she,
over...
she could swim, I think.
You see,
I'm
eventually...
just gonna mage hand her back out of the water.
The
Or is she
m-
too big for that?
After a few
She's
moments and you
probably too
mage her
heavy.
hand out of the water, I'll say actually she's probably a little more
She's
heavy than
probably
10
too
pounds.
heavy.
Okay, never
You
mind.
can mage hand her scruff and lead her
Yeah,
to
you-
the stairs.
You
There you
land
go.
her, but she sort of starts to pull. In her mouth is a turtle, and she's trying to bite
Lila.
down.
Okay.
No.
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 We'll,
Spit
we'll
out.
see if they have porridge at one of the
Ouch.
bars.
Good job.
We'll see if they have something at one of the bars.
That's not a fish.
The turtle
I
flips
throw-
over.
Throw the turtle back.
Yeah.
Did someone say fish?
You guys make it to one of the side. It doesn't even have a name. It's that type of like dive bar where it's just there for usage. It's like the docks bar. There's nothing really to it. It's quite small. There's only like maybe about 3 tables in here with a couple of side chairs looking out a window, as well as a few that are at the bar itself. You walk in, there's all sorts of gruff-looking individuals, men and women of all types wearing just sort of sailor uniforms, dock working uniforms, people who definitely they've been waterlogged a few times. Everyone roll me a perception check.
I'm very stupid. Oh, wait. There it is.
Come on, not a
15.
12.
25.
25.
Where were you?
I got my wish. It's not a 12.
It's not. Is it a 1?
13.
13.
Oh.
Hey!
1 up. 17.
17. Roll, you look at, what was the name of your bear again?
Lila.
Lila. And you see that it currently
Disappointed.
is eyeing a bit of like fish that a current patron is eating. And it's just,
Can I walk up to it
yeah, you can.
and say, "Hey there, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hungry?"
Don't give her
Yeah,
a
you
turtle.
want some fish?
Sort of nuzzles against you.
Aww. Am I able to understand it?
Oh, it's right. Oh my God. You can,
This is the second time I've had to remind you.
you can hear, well, you gotta, yeah, again, this is, doesn't come up that often, but when it does happen, it's quite fun. You can definitely hear the intention coming from Lila. She kind of looks to you and goes, I can use fish. Fish is nice.
Okay, I'm gonna get you some fish, okay?
Thank you.
And I go get her fish. I get some good ones.
It's a few.
Like, some like grilled ones or like
Ooh,
some
yeah,
fried fish. Like I hook it up.
I say enough to feed Lila, probably about 5 copper.
Oh
She
no,
is-
no. I meant like I meant like some like
You got her a
gourmet
platter?
stuff.
Oh,
Mhm.
gourmet stuff. That's
Mhm.
probably about 2 silver for like. As you look at the chef's like, "All right, gourmet. I'll try my best."
I mean,
I'll
if
tell
it's-
you what. I'll tell you what.
she'd
Listen,
probably be
for this
happy with
entire
raw fish.
trip, here's 5 gold. Okay? Just whatever crazy request I come up with, just make it happen. And at the end of the night, if you've done a great job, I'll give you more.
Vera, Savannah, with your high perception rolls, as the 5 gold slams onto the counter, everyone looks to Rolly.
Oh no.
Do I notice this?
I'll say that you're currently busy.
I kind of just like sidle up next to him, but like I have my back towards Rolly. I'm just keeping an eye out.
I have a passive perception of 13, so
13.
if I do see anything, let me know.
I mean, I'll
Noticing
say
this, I'm gonna take a step back and just observe what's about to happen.
sure. Yeah, you I'll say with a passive perception 13, as you currently slam the gold, the guy looks at you sort of wide-eyed eyes. You can see that his eyes start to shift around the room, and you sort of in tandem do the same, and you just see everyone just staring at you, and then as you start to look at them, they sort of catch themselves, go back into their conversations, and just sort of ignore you. But there was a gleam of looking at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something to the extent of, I wish a bitch would.
Yeah, you kind of like instigate a little bit, but no one really takes the bait at that moment. Vera
That's what
and
I thought.
Savannah with your high perceptions as well, in addition to seeing that. And really, as you start to get some nice fish and feeding it to Lila. There's a couple of interesting figures here. There's no one wearing a tag that says, "My name is Jack." But there is like there's like sort of a drow who is here, who's currently talking it up with a couple of other sailor buddies. There's a few humans here as well. There is a bronze dragonborn with what looks strangely to have like a bit of blue gills.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Didn't get any additional information.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender where Rolly is, because this shit is sus.
I'm gonna follow her and kind of slide up next to Rolly, and I'm like, bartender, I'm looking for a Captain Jack.
Captain? We don't have a Captain Jack.
What about a Jack?
The one that mans the ship with the dragon and the tentacle breath. That one.
That's the Ocean's Reach. Previous captain no longer there, but next in line would be a Jack. Jack, people are looking for you. You sort of look in the same direction he's looking at, looking towards the dark brownish, bronze-colored dragonborn with sort of streaks of blue. Two massive horns that protrude upwards that come to a fine black tip. You see that he's wearing a sort of standard sailor's uniform, white with a bit of strip of blue and a bit of tan coloration in leathers. He sort of puts down his drink and he sort of slides the food across, and out of one of his sleeves you see a small little dragon.
Oh.
And starts to eat at the food, and he sort of taps the top of it and looks over and goes, "Yes?"
I was asking the bartender, what was he drinking?
He's mead.
2.
Understood. Grabs 2 glasses, gives it to you.
And I'll walk to Jack and put it next to him. It's like, hi.
Hello. Appreciate it.
Dragon's cute.
Her name's Liz.
Aww. So I need to get off to the Armbar Islands, and I was told to seek out your ship.
Some with mine, yeah. But, we've got no captain.
What happened to your captain?
Captain Bridge. He joined the, domain, military. So far, the crew's been out without a captain or a job. Do you have anyone with sailing experience who can take out the captain's mantle?
I mean, I have sailing experience, but I've never been a captain.
I unfortunately have no... Currently, I cannot be the captain at the time. But if you're willing to use a bit of that experience, we can take on the job. Heading out to the Isles. Bit of a tricky move. How come?
My friend is missing. I need to see if I've got word he is there. I need to go after him.
I apologize. Well, we don't work for free.
Price?
30 gold a day, plus expenses.
And if I take up the captain mantle still?
Standard fee.
I just kind of look at Rolly and Vera. I'm like, before I do something stupid.
Well, we don't know what you're having this conversation with. We're at the bar. We're just waving at you like.
Friends of yours?
Yeah. You can
Hey.
just say they're my partners.
You think fighting a Leviathan really counts as experience?
I don't even
tell
think they
you
know what a
what.
Leviathan is.
I mean,
I'm
I'm sure
kind of
his
in a
tail.
desperate spot. Do I know
I'm-
how many days it would take us to sail to the island and back?
The
DM?
Isles?
Yeah.
You know, Vera, I'm just sitting back watching Savannah make a fool of herself.
Probably take
It's
us
fun.
about 8 days. And then 8 days back.
Damn, that's a pretty coin.
By the way, did you see the way those guys looked at me? Like,
Hmm.
do
Yeah.
they think I'm from money?
Well, I'm
Like,
pretty
I
sure that's
don't-
more than they've seen in a long time.
Well,
You know what? I'm desperate. So fine, I will be your captain.
did she
Excellent.
just?
Currently
She
eating his
just
food.
really
This is
say
perfect.
that?
I can actually play it out that he's eating because he currently is.
I don't know.
He
He's
feeds
just-
a little bit to his dragon. There's his pseudo dragon. Is it starts to eat a bit.
I don't think you're supposed to negotiate if she keeps saying she's desperate, but whatever.
Sounds like a plan. Well, what can we call you?
Well, it's okay. I can take them all.
As in get like
Fine.
Captain Savannah.
Captain Savannah. Pleasure to meet you. Again,
Shake his hand.
shakes your hand. Well, I'm sure you already know me. I'm Jack. And you'll be captaining the Ocean's Reach. You currently have
Okay.
a crew of 24 under your command.
Well, now 26. The partners are coming with us.
Sounds like
And a
plan.
bear. I should warn you. Is the bear going to be okay?
She doesn't eat people. With any consolation.
We'll probably have to
So-
buy a little more expenses then.
What?
So Vera, 10 gold says we sink in 3 days.
Ah.
Come on,
hear
it's
that?
Savannah. Harry. It's
What's your
Savannah,
passive
Captain.
perception?
Is
I mean, Coral trained
13.
her. Coral is pretty
13?
good.
You can hear him whispering, and you understand. You don't understand what they're saying because it's like just whisper, whisper, whisper. But just the tone, you're like, these motherfuckers are saying
Hey, I'm
something.
not saying
feeling of us
anything
like, "These
bad.
goddamn
I just said you
bastards."
shouldn't say desperate.
I'm just saying, I thought cats hated water.
I
going
mean,
back
she,
to Jack. I'm all
they
like, how
hate
do you
water
feel
when
about
you throw
sailing out
'em in.
tomorrow? Or how many days would you need to gather supplies?
A day will be fine.
Okay. So, about 16 days, 30 gold a day. Here is your, I'm going to have to subtract this, 520 payment. Let me know what you need, what you get in supplies, and we will go from there.
So to speed this up, obviously he's not going to give you a full shopping list. He's going to go ahead and get the supplies for you.
Yes, I'm sending him off.
It's going to be an extra 200 pieces, 200 gold pieces for not only standard sailing supplies, food, and just sort of like extra necessities, equipment for like wounds and sort of a small like what do they call it, a rowboat for docking and
like a
undocking,
paddle boat.
essentially. But you guys could have a day. So essentially what Jack does, gets up, this Dragonborn kind of leads you over back to the Ocean's Reach, starts to unfurl a little bit of the rope and pulls down the gangplank, and shows you your ship. So I don't have a map for it, essentially, but I can tell you right now. You have the main deck, you have the lower deck, and you have a hull. So there are 3 levels. The main deck has a singular mast, as well as a sort of a rear lift where you can see over it. Well, not the mast, but you can see up a little bit higher to steer. The lower deck has 6 cannons, 3 on each side. Even Jack is telling you that when Captain Bridge was here, they would venture between Vintir and Mostead and definitely had to deal with unsavory types, especially on the open ocean, who are after these main cargo, and definitely had to prepare. And so they're used to it. And I would like you to roll me an insight check, Savannah, as he's currently telling you everything. I'll let you know what you get from your insight check after he gives you the full tour. But there's definitely crew quarters where people can sleep and rest within the lower deck. In the hull, there is a cage, sort of to bring people to the hull if they need to be like arrested for midship, or if they came across any sort of nefarious types they had to bring back. They can put them there. There's sort of
the brig.
Yeah, the brig. There's some seating areas. There's also a large a table with a map that sort of marks out a lot of the sailings, like lines between Mostead and Vintir. What'd you get in your insight?
It's gonna be 18.
18. As Jack is sort of sliding a hand across, bits of the ship itself, there's definitely a closeness between Jack and the ship. He knows this ship intimately. Not in that way, but definitely like this is...
I mean, I wasn't thinking it, but now that you
wasn't
mention it... oh, God.
Your choice of words, man. Your choice of words. You
Your
did that
his
shit to
choice of words.
yourself.
I'll say that you also glean that
Are we on the
there
boat
is
when
a
this is
strange
happening?
understanding between Jack and the ship, and you understand now that if there's any questions or anything that needs to be done with the ship, Jack is the person to talk to.
Knowing that, now I have this question. So I look at Jack and I'm all like, so why didn't you want to take over as captain?
You see him, the nostrils of the Dragonborn sort of sprays out, thinks a bit.
You seem to have a fondness for it.
I dedicated myself to a certain role. Unfortunately, I can't move up. We'll leave it as that.
That's all you're gonna tell me, is it?
That's all I'm gonna tell you. We're business partners at the moment, and you're my captain. But I'm privy to my own motivations.
Noted. Carry on.
I'm gonna look for a crate where they're having this conversation of fish, because I'm gonna need it for this damn bear.
You got the food for the bear, right?
Yeah.
We're ordering extra fish with your bear.
I think she's trying to speed feed it to make it grow, so...
We probably have some old smelt if you want it.
No, I don't know. She tried to eat a turtle earlier because she thought it was a fish. She's kind of special right now. She's little. She's learning.
Smelt might be too small, though.
Yeah.
The smelts are tiny.
I think she
Yeah.
might inhale it and then probably choke on one. So, no. I think I'll just get her a crate.
Well, if you
Do
need
we have
to,
anything else? Boar?
we have some dried meat.
Yeah, give her that.
He brings over a slab of what looks to be like a collection of jerky.
There you go, Layla.
Like she starts to dig into it, starts to bite it. You see like the claws of the bear grabs onto it and just starts to definitely
I ask her if she likes it.
you get a response really chewy, tough, but tasty.
I think we should get her a crate of fish roll.
I asked the captain, hey, by chance, do you guys fish?
I'm the captain, so what do you think? Have we gone fishing?
No. You're the captain once we sail.
Yeah. The people that know what they're doing around here, not us.
I'm not the captain currently, but I am a caretaker. I know how to fish. So does most of the crew.
Okay, so I assume there's fishing rods and all that?
Absolutely. It's down in the hole.
Fantastic. Alright, you hear that? We're gonna get you more fish, and then I pet her.
You see finally eats one of it, like actually pulls apart a bit of the meat, looks to you, nods. Thank you.
Let's look at Jack. I'm like, the big one, he might give you a hard time. He means well. He's just very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? God, I had it.
Yeah, watch your words.
He's very picky about everything.
Well, you must understand then, as we're on the sea, you're the captain. I'm the first mate. Please respect that.
Oh, he's gonna love that.
Okay,
You-
Captain. My
you-
captain.
You just give him Lila. He'll be fine.
But you guys can actually spend a night here on the ship as it's currently docked. As Jack gets off, starts to talk to a couple of sailors you assume to be previous crewmates of the Ocean's Reach, purchasing things from other ships for supplies. And a day passes, and as you guys are currently sleeping in the rooms within the Ocean's Reach, you get a knock at the door as Jack opens up and goes, "Time to set sail." And it is early in the morning. It's like, ugh.
I hope they pack some Irish coffee because we ain't waking Rolly unless we have some.
We can leave Rolly here for now.
What?
Are you up?
I mean, yes.
Come on.
Where you going?
You guys head topside, and there is a crew of 24 sailors under your command. Jack sort of motions to all of them. Crew, say hello to our new captain, Captain Savannah. They all give a nod. A few of them speak up. Hi, Captain. Nice to meet you. Sort of small greetings in the morning. Definitely there is a feeling of, you're a new person. We'll see how this goes.
So,
I just respectfully nod my head.
Jack turns around, addresses the crew. We're heading off to the Isles, Northern Isles, so you know what to do. Hands at the ready, especially on the cannons. We might expect trouble.
Are these dangerous waters? I just assumed so, but...
When we venture off away from standard shipping lines between Ventir and Mostead, it could get dangerous, especially when you get closer to Crum and Yellow Sand.
There's a dock there, right?
There is.
Okay. Okay. I guess we are heading onwards to Yellow Sand.
Any final words for the crew?
I trust you guys to get us there safely. Thank you.
You heard her, crew? Gratitude's all around. She's paying the bills. So, get the sails down. Let's get off dock. And you start to hear the clattering of people moving from left to right, pulling on tethers, undoing ropes to make sure that the sails themselves swing downwards, and you feel the entire ship move and sway as the ship has now unlatched itself from the dock and is currently making its way westward. And you guys start to take off. It's time to get on sea.
Because I'm the captain, that means I'm stuck at the mast, right?
What was that?
Because I'm captain, I'll be stuck at the mast.
You can walk around. Jack is always by your side, unless instructed to. If you step away from the helm, he'll take over.
Okay. I could be at the helm for now. See if I can remember all my lessons from Coral.
Yeah, there definitely is man, it's been a while since I've been taught.
and we all had a long rest, right? Because I was redoing my spell.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I straight out say it's head to Jack, and I'm like, it's been a while since I've been on the sea, so I have your support and help, correct?
Absolutely. If needed, I so long as you keep the title, I can help with sailing.
That is still very unusual for me. You have an opportunity to do so, and yet you choose not to. I know. That is your story to keep to yourself, but it still doesn't make it less puzzling.
I appreciate the confidence, but I'm bound. The ship starts to continue on. The sea itself starting to spray a bit of the water onto your faces as the ship itself is in full-fledged movement going westward. Let's go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break as we'll rejoin our party as they are now seabound off to the Isles.
Yar!
See you guys in 10 minutes.
Yar, me booty.
Hey, we are back as we join our party on the ocean.
Yar!
Currently,
And it's not party. It be party crew.
they are currently leaving
Pirate crew.
Gate and heading towards the Inverberry Islands.
Oh, you have the little chatterbox up there. I don't think we have anything
You do have the chatterbox on side.
pirate thing.
But yeah, as the ship itself, the Ocean's Reach, starts to undock and move westward towards the Inverberry Islands. I'll say and I can actually send this to you. Though the Ocean's Reach, it's a strange combination though, because especially you, Savannah, who's been asking all these questions. It is Jack's ship, but he's kind of refused to captain it.
Still weird.
And so I'm going to go ahead and send you now the ship's details.
ASL.
Let's see here.
Oh shit, I didn't write.
So it is Jack's ship, but you have all the stats here. And there's after a few hours of being on the open ocean, you get to learn that there's a lot more to this ship than what that meets the eye.
Oh no.
As long as it doesn't try to eat us.
Is
like
this how
more-
we die?
It's like more than meets the eye.
Jack ship,
Oh.
more than meets the eye.
So it transforms, eh?
But yes, I'll go ahead and go when that time comes. I'll definitely go over the details of Jack's ship with you again.
When the times comes. Thanks, God.
If the times, that's actually more accurate, is that if the time comes. But for the first quarter of travel, let's go in order. Vera, can you roll me a d4? Apologies, d6.
Hold on, I gotta get one out. I don't have a D6.
I have a lot more options that could happen.
I don't like that.
5.
Uh,
Fail me, kitten paws.
as early morning hits one of these open nights, just 1/4 of the trip itself, you're starting to get more used to the open ship, or the open ocean, as well as the ship. Definitely, Savannah, you've been privy to some of the abilities that the ship can do. As you talk to Jack, Savannah, you get a sense that Jack has some sort of tether to the ship, and which allows this with the special abilities it can do. So definitely under your beck and call, so long as Jack is conscious, he can do this.
Good to know. It was like, okay, Jack must keep Jack alive. Got it.
Yeah, you talked to a couple of the crew through the few days of travel. Nothing too crazy, but one early morning, a knock at your door happens as a few of the sailors look towards you all, Jack in the back, sort of giving them commands. They go, Captain wanted us to let you know that we're going to be stopping here, and we're going to be fishing for some of our... I know we have supplies, but just in case we have to. Something that we do.
Like, no, that's fine.
Would any of you like to join us? All right.
I gotta learn to fish because of the damn bear. I know how to shoot. I don't really know how to fish that well.
You hear a laughter in the back as Jack goes, "We're not fishing for what you think we're fishing for.
What are you fishing for?
Oh?
We're gonna fish for whale."
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I mean, I can move the water around if that helps, but okay.
If
How
you're
the
s-
hell big is this fucking ship?
Oh, it's 3 stories.
It's a big
It's
ship.
a big ship.
It's a big bitch. Anyway, let's go.
I'm just kind of look at Jack. I'm like, do we want to risk the ship to whales, though?
We're not gonna be on the ship. We're gonna be in the rowboat.
Oh no, I'll watch from here. I'm good. You need help, you just yell.
Understood. We've done this plenty of times.
Unfortunately, curiosity's gonna kill the cat. I'm gonna go just to observe.
Captain's gonna join us. Anyone else who would like to join?
I'll watch from the bow. If I see screaming and yelling, then I'll help.
I guess I go. I can't leave the captain by herself because Lord knows what she would do.
All right, we have the captain and one of her esteemed guests joining us on today's fishing trip. Instructs a lot of the crew. They sort of, okay, all right, we'll get this, we'll get the rowboat ready. And they head upstairs to the top deck, start to undo a few things.
And I'll go Rolly. I'm like, Rolly, have you ever seen a whale?
What's a whale?
So I've never seen one, but I've heard of them. They're like really big fish, but they can like destroy boat fish.
Oh, so what you're saying? There's gonna be a lot of meat.
A lot of blubber. They make
Oh.
candles and soaps out of it.
So what you're saying is that we could sell it.
Jack speaks up. He's
That-
currently falling behind you guys, leading and goes, oh, there's plenty of coin to be made from a whale.
There you go, Rolly. Coin.
Well, I like that.
It'd be fine. We've done this plenty of times.
All right, I
Beer's
like
just
that. I like
waving
that.
from the ship.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
There, you wave them goodbye as they are lowered down into the ocean. A couple of the other two, like, privateers start to row you guys out. As Rolly and Savannah, you're not really rowing. Neither is Jack. He's currently has a couple of spears at the ready. Dagger. He actually has a rapier on his side, and he's sort of at ready. And you guys start to get taken off into the open ocean. You start to look up. You see actually Jack looking around for a particular sign. And let's see if you can find it.
Rolled a 5 and I got a whale.
He points out to you guys. He goes, about top side, a few miles that way. You can see where all the seagulls flocking around.
Mhm.
Usually indication that food is readily available. And where there's food, there's fish. There's fish, usually whale.
Usually.
I guess that's where we're heading. Is over there.
Aye.
Row, guys, that way.
Aye, Captain. Starts to go. A few hours pass as you finally arrive at the point of interest. And I would like everyone to roll me a survival check. You can also substitute this with a perception check if you wish.
Going with perception.
I'm
Yay for
going
perception.
survival.
19.
19.
22.
22. Savannah, you feel the boat start to rock a little bit as a current, like a rogue wave almost like rocks you a little bit. Nothing too huge. But Rolly, you start to see off in the distance as Jack currently has a spear at the ready, just sort of looking around. You start to see what looks to be a darkened form starting to make its way around you guys, almost circling the boat.
Guys, we have company. It's big. It's real big. Who big?
Let's see. What you see starting to protrude out of the water itself, first, but almost looks like, wet gray leather, as this gigantic form starts to slowly emerge from the water, bulb, just smooth and round, with a little bit of a hole that goes. Spray of water comes out. Jack puts a hand on your shoulder and Rolling goes, "There's our whale." Hands you a few spears. These spears actually are tied to the boat itself and have a very long rope. So he's essentially he's gonna give you advantage. You're gonna have to throw spears at this whale. And
perfect.
Savannah, if you have anything that can help or you want to try to do attacks yourself, you can try as well.
Let me see what I might have to help in the meantime. You got this, big buddy.
Roll with advantage.
Any particular thing I'm rolling with?
This would be a d20 plus your strength modifier plus your proficiency.
Oh, okay, that's gonna be massive then. 20. That'll be 28.
28. You line up the shot as you start to see this large form now starting to emerge, pushing them, pulling the water aside to a point where you can actually see the back end of the tail further down, just almost spray water out everywhere. You line up your shot and release and throw a spear as it sinks. You start to see a bit of the water itself starting to now being slightly colored red as a bit of blood starts to emerge. The whale itself felt it. You see that it starts to almost try to dive, but it's too big and lumbering and slow to quickly get out of your view. It's gonna try to dive, so you can either prepare something or you could throw another javelin or another spear at it.
How far am I from it?
I will say that currently you're about 30 feet away from it.
Okay. How thick is the rope?
The rope is fairly thick, but you understand that one rope by itself is not going to tether this thing together.
Alright, so I'll do the safest course of action. I'll throw again.
Roll me an attack with advantage. Get a nat 20. There you go.
9, baby.
You release the you are aiming it like you're like, I could do this. This is no problem. The strength you put behind the throw actually sinks a bit further into what looks to be almost like the neck and spine of the whale, as you currently hear just sort of this loud echoing sound reverberating underneath the water, almost audible now to you all to hear. A second spear is now attached to the whale. Savannah, is there anything you were preparing?
I didn't have anything in that because I'm assuming we don't want to damage the whale as much as we want to capture it, right?
Since they're trying to kill it to bring back the carcass.
I'm gonna let them do their job. I'm just gonna attempt and prepare just because I saw the whale about to dive, so I'm like ready for the dive.
Captain gives an order to prepare. The privateers and Jack listen. This was important. So as it starts to attempt to dive, I need everyone, and I'm going to roll for Jack and the two privateers, to roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of Savannah's warning. Oh, yeah, they needed that advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah, another
No,
20.
you didn't.
Nat 1?
Are you no, not 20.
Come look. Oh god, it's another nat 20!
Perfect.
Holy shit.
Better change out the dice before.
Oh shit.
Oh god, she stuck me with the cat ears.
Rolly, being a nat 20, what you do is you grab on with one hand, one meaty hand, onto the ropes and onto the side of the ships, like you almost wrap yourself and get ready for the pool. One of the sailors was unfortunately not grabbing onto the side, but with your nat 20, you're able to look at him starting to lose balance. You immediately grab his shirt, and now you're holding onto yourself and this person from falling over. You saved someone's life right now.
If I may, I just want everyone to know that I love NVIDIA broadcast.
You're what?
I love NVIDIA broadcast.
Oh, because you can't see the...
It censors it for me!
That's beautiful.
That's right!
It just looks like an odd fuzziness.
Everyone starts to hold on to the ship. You could hear Jack go, hold on, as the whale and it gets only so deep enough where like it actually breaches the water going underneath. It still is within throwing distance, but it's still moving. What would you guys like to do?
Can I get set closer to the whale?
You can use. I'll say that you can probably do an athletics check to grab onto the rope and pull yourself along with the ship, getting closer. You're still 30 feet away.
All right, I would like to do that, and I hope this pays off. Bold strategy there, Cotton.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bold strategy. You said athletics, right?
Athletics.
Okay, that's not bad. 24.
24. You're able to move 15 feet up. So you're now 15 feet away from the whale as you currently are getting closer. Actually, Jack is kind of yelling at you going, "What are you doing? She's going to pull us under." But you are for sure pulling everyone aside, getting closer to the thing. It is currently about 5 feet underwater, so you're about 10 feet away. So that's Rolly what he's doing. Savannah, what are you doing?
So how many people on the ship have a ranged weapon, something to help attack it?
Oh, everyone has a spear at the ready.
All right. I want half the ship to attack with their spears to try to slow it down, while the rest try to prepare for it in case it dives again.
I love it. That is smart. Okay, we're gonna say that 2 of them shoot or throw a spear, and they're not gonna do it with advantage because no one's helping them. They're just doing it on their own. Oops. Well, that's gonna stay there. Okay, +3,
Oops.
+3. One of the spears goes wide, while the other one goes through the water through 5 feet, and you see another plume of blood fill the ocean as a third spear is now connected to the whale. There's a bit of a power struggle now, whereas the whale is currently injured and not able to fully move its body to get too far away from you guys, but still is moving. So as you've instructed half the crew to prepare, I'm going to roll with advantage for one of these guys, and the other 2 are going to have to roll with standard. Everyone make me a dex saving throw. And Savannah and Rolly, you get to do it. Actually, Rolly, unfortunately, you can't do with advantage. Oh, but you have advantage because of danger sense. There you go. And Savannah, you get to do with advantage.
22.
That's a save. That's a save as well.
Oh,
15.
No.
15. That is just enough. As one of the other privateers, the other one who currently, Rolly, you were keeping an eye on him. You're like, keep your hands on the ship. He's able to do so and keep himself steady. The one that threw the spear loses balance after sinking it into the whale and falls overboard. Jack is fine. Jack is going to yell, "Man overboard!" He's going, unless you stop him, he's going to jump out of the ship to try to get him.
I'm gonna let him.
Okay, so Jack and this other privateer is out of the match here. Rolly, what are you trying to do?
Closer.
Roll me another athletics check.
How many bodies are on the ship now? Outside of Rolly, Jack, and the one that fell overboard?
One person.
Oh, great.
That is going to be 17.
17. You're able to close the distance. It is right under you. You're pretty much riding this whale. It is 5 feet underneath your ship or your rowboat.
Axe.
Unfortunately, it was your action to do that.
No, just take it out.
Oh, you click it, get your axe ready.
Getting it ready.
And you're ready for it. Jack jumps overboard, grabs onto the guy, and you hear a thunderous as a lightning strike, and he returns back on the ship holding the guy as electricity starts to escape his body. But what do you command for the other privateer?
No, I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna have him throw another spear at the whale, and I'm actually also going to try to firebolt the whale. We need to try to stop it because we.
Roll me attack roll, and then he's gonna roll an attack with his spear. Ooh.
A natural 20.
He got a 19. A fourth spear strikes into this. Go ahead and roll me damage for the firebolt.
That is going to be 15 points of damage.
Wow.
I didn't mean to burn the whale, but...
You get a sense that the whale is on death's door. It's still moving. Unfortunately, due to 4 spears locked into its body, it is unable to contort and move too much. You see that the only thing that's flapping around right now is just the tail end of the whale, which is still enormous, which still is going to require everyone here to make me a dex saving throw. Oh, lucky.
18.
18. Succeed.
Mm-mm.
No?
I rolled the exact same thing I rolled last time. It's an 8 plus 9.
8 plus 9, so that means
17.
13?
17.
17.
Oh, 8 plus 9 is
8
17.
plus 9, it should be
Yeah.
17.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm rolling doubles, dude, and I'm terrified.
You guys...
Wait, let me stop you real quick. You said that was a dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
Okay, no, that's wrong. That's a 10.
Oh.
Oh. Rolly...
I thought I heard it.
You are currently wrapping your arm around one of the spears and the ropes, and the movement of the tail from behind actually jettisons you upwards and out of the ship, and you land ahead of the ship for this one brief moment. One, there's danger that because of the constant movement, that the ship behind you, the rowboat, is going to conk you and cause some serious damage. And two, you're pretty much sitting on a moving animal. And it is currently almost like a dog in a corner. You don't know what's going to do.
I don't know. Rolly, talk to the damn thing.
I mean, I can when it gets to my turn.
Well, let's go ahead and do your turn now, Rolly. What are you going to do?
Okay, can I hear it say anything?
The entire time it's been yelling, it's literally going, like, it's yelling, danger, danger. Like, almost like a very primitive thought pattern of, I'm in danger, I need to leave. I thought it was food. It is not.
How far am I away from it?
You're pretty much sitting
You're
on
on it.
I'm still on it. Okay.
Yeah. For now, the ship is gonna, or the rowboat's gonna do it at the end of the turn.
Okay. Can I see where the rowboat is?
It's right behind you. It's like 5 feet away.
Okay. I would like to. I'd like to do what I was gonna start last turn, just see if I can attack it somehow.
Roll me an attack roll.
There we go. Big numbers. Big numbers. 24.
24. Yeah, you sink your axe into it, and you finally hear the last gasp of it coming through the blowholes. It goes, "Ah," and just the last bit of almost life leave it as the thrashing coming from the whale starts to slow a bit. Its last death moves are coming through, and it just stops moving. Just the buoyancy of the actual whale self keeping it upwards. Also, Rolly, you take 24 points of damage as the rowboat behind you, at the velocity it was going, knocks you across the head. Roll me an athletics check.
Sorry, Rolly.
That's going to be a 24.
24. You're able to grab onto the rowboat. As it clunks you, you're seeing double, and you just reach up instinctually, grab onto it, and you're just going along with the surf.
I'm gonna pull Rolly in, or get somebody to help me pull Rolly in.
Yeah, the two, Jack and the other one, the other privateer who got knocked overboard, nod to you, Captain, as you are like, pull him up, and they grab your shoulders, roll you over. Everyone all right?
I mean, kind of.
You just got hit by a rowboat. Why did you jump on the whale? I kind of smack Rolly on the head.
I smack back. Why did you move the ship? I was gonna take care of it, which I did.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to row back now. Luckily we have a bunch of tethers onto the beast, and we'll go ahead and take it up shore, onto the ship. Congratulations, you two! Your first time hunting a whale.
Better be worth it. Better be delicious.
Could have been worse, but you did all right.
Hey, Jack, does whale taste good? Because he's gonna want to eat it.
Yeah, it definitely tastes good. A little bit
Okay.
chewy though. Not bad.
Good.
Vera, you are watching this from afar. They were beyond the horizon, and it's not until now where you start to see that a large form being carried by a small rowboat with plenty of sailors getting as inching and going foot by foot closer to the actual ocean's reach. Bunch of hooks and ropes are being thrown overboard. Rolling, Savannah, and Jack finally make it back onto the top deck. A little bit of blood is currently running down Rolly's neck.
You need me to fix that? She do butt heads with it, and she'll just cast like cure wounds.
Yeah.
No. He bumped head with the boat.
I told you I was gonna destroy the ship.
These two did
That
fine.
I consider that an act of war. I'm now gonna take out the ship.
These two did fine. Absolutely
You
fine.
should have came, Vera. It was actually fun.
I'm good. I'm heavy. I don't feel like fitting in a little tiny rowboat with Rolly.
The sun is blotted out as a giant as the form of the whale is being pulled upwards and onto the top deck. It just smells like fish and blood as it starts to cover a good chunk, and a couple of the sailors start to rip it open piece by piece.
The description for some just like I can just smell the minerals of that.
Yeah, it's not pleasant at all. As night starts to come, a bit of a party happens as to celebrate not only the first few nights out on sea, but also the catch of the whale, as well as the success that the captain was able to instruct. Everyone gets a piece of the whale itself. Whether you want blubber or meat, it's there for you. It's chewy, it's fishy. It might be a little too fishy for you guys. Rolly, I'm not sure. You'd like exotic and sort of survivalish type of food. I think it's right up
Not
your
to
alley.
mention the fact that I took it down.
Yeah, it's more the pride than anything else.
I just kind of look at Jack. I'm like, so who do you sell the fat to?
Yeah, depending on who wants to buy it more. There is a place in Ventir where small little potion shop that buys a lot of ambergris. Was it amber grill?
No, you
I
got it
think you're right
right.
with
You got it
hamburgers.
right.
Grease.
Or if the domain or the kingdom wants it, we usually put it up for auction.
How can I get in on that auction money?
You're gonna stay as our captain?
I never make promises. We'll see what happens.
Well, then we'll see.
Fine. You guys deserve it, though. You guys are a good crew.
Aye, Captain. Appreciate the confidence. The next day rolls around. Out of the second quarter of travel, let's have Rolly now roll me a d6.
D6. A 6.
A 6. Ooh.
We all rolled high. 5 and a 6.
Man, you guys have been picking morning activities, which is great. You guys sleep, and as morning starts to come, you guys all start to wake. Whether you're stationed onto the top deck of the ship or down below, a early morning fog starts to encompass the ship itself. Bit difficult to see. I would like who would be on the top deck?
I'd for sure be on the top deck.
Yeah.
Lily,
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
generally a lookout.
Savannah, and Rolly, and Vera. Everyone's on the top deck. We'll say that for once, maybe Jack is not there. He's probably down below. Since you're currently taking over Savannah at the moment, I'm gonna rest a bit. I would like all of you to make me perception checks.
Key. Okay, better.
Oh, natural 20 plus 8.
Ooh,
Unnatural 20.
23.
23.
So perceptive.
Got it. So 23 for who? Wow. Rolly, what'd you get?
Unnatural 20.
God, and Vera?
28,
perceptive.
natural 20.
You guys, natural 20. I'll say that Rolling Savannah, as you guys are currently sailing along, you start to hear a soft voice reverberating from almost an omnidirectional source. Whispers first, then singing. And you can hear sort of a feminine voice. And Vera, you're catching this as well. And then Vera is the only one to see this as you start to peer outwards where the source is coming from. Again, it's omnidirectional. You're not entirely, you're sort of just looking out from beyond the ship. And you can see as a series of small little yellow orbs of light start to just surround the ship.
Oh, shit.
And you can hear this singing a little more. And with your natural 20, these aren't just light, they're eyes.
Can I do something?
You can.
I have a question. Can I do an action and yell something?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm going to yell eyes up very loudly. I want to know if this boat has like either a mermaid or whatever the hell is in front of it.
It doesn't have a mermaid. It actually has the head of it, like a sculpted out version of a dragon.
But you said these eyes are all around us, right?
The eyes, yeah. They are. So I thought you meant the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ship itself.
The ship itself. So you're asking about the eyes?
No, I'm asking. You said the eyes are all around the ship, but I was asking if there was something in the front.
Does it have like a mermaid on like on the front
No,
of it?
it has a sculpture of a dragon. So what I'm trying to get across.
Ah, that's right.
Well, this is in with 60 feet, so I think it might work. She wants to cast daylight on the front, the bow.
Oh, okay.
Well, damn.
And it doesn't. Yeah, it just
It doesn't
happens.
do damage.
What's the radius? It's 60 feet.
60 feet. So it has to have not something blocked. So I wanted to do it on that point, so it would show what's around
The
it.
sculpted wooden face of the dragon that's at the very top of the ship, you place it into the open mouth, almost like the dragon was breathing something. A daylight ball of light goes
It'll last for an hour.
as it shines outwards. You can now you allow everyone to see what it is. You see what looks like to be these almost sea-logged female fish-like faces. You can see definitely a bit of a feminine figure reaching out to this bulbous face and chin. Like it almost looks like a fish face with bulbous black eyes with a golden center, which is making that sort of that golden light and aura around. And their mouths are opening. It's not talking, but you can hear a bit of a song coming up. And because, Vera, you told everyone eyes up, I would like everyone, and I'm going to make a couple of rolls for the crew, wisdom saves.
I have a question. Are they speaking in Sylvan?
They are not.
Okay. Figured I'd ask. I don't know. You said wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
Oh, thank God. Okay. It's gonna be an 18.
18, success.
Let's see. I was trying to see where my wisdom was. 16.
Success.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
10.
10. You see a couple of the crewmates blink their eyes. You can hear Vera, Savannah, and Rolly this song.
Is this a spell?
It is a magical ability.
Could I use a reaction to counterspell it?
No, unfortunately, it's not like a spell. It's a magical effect.
All right.
However, I forgot. You have advantage, Vera, because it's a charm effect.
Oh, okay.
You already succeeded, but if you want to just tell me that you rolled higher, it's fine.
By
It's
one.
higher.
By one. 17.
17. I forget you are an elf, so you have advantage on charms.
And I can't be put to sleep.
You can't. You all can hear the song coming from these fish aquatic creatures almost enter in your mind. The back of your neck starts to burn a little bit as an influence starts to pull you. Vera and Savannah and a couple of the other crew starts to wince a bit, almost feeling this invader afflict not only your decisions, but just overall like your motion control and just everything about your body just sort of falls where your mind is going, and you shake it off, breaking the connection. Rolly, on the other hand, these people want you to visit them. And your body...
Oh, dear
and
Lord.
you start to move closer. I'll say that you were near the mast, and you start to move about 10 feet towards the edge of the ship. So does two other shipmates.
One of them's not Jack, right?
No, Jack is downstairs.
Okay, can I run after Rolly?
You can.
Because I see him just walking. I was kind of like grasp him, like Rolly. Or better yet, I cover his ears. Rolly.
Rolly, make me another wisdom save.
15.
You snap Rolly out of it as the sound is deafened by your ears, and Rolly, you have to blink and catch yourself.
What happened?
You stay. Are you still that? Stay here or cover your ears. Like, switch your hands.
Vera, what are you doing?
I guess I'm running after the other two.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to cover them with something.
Okay.
Or at least grabbing them by their collars so I don't... I feel like she's strong enough.
For one of them, roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Can I give myself guidance?
You have to
no.
use an action to do that.
I got that. Okay, not bad. What the hell is my athletics? 19.
I rolled a natural 19 plus bonuses.
Shit. Ah, damn.
You grab onto the collar of one of the privateers, and he just sort of keeps on moving until finally his body just sort of leans back and the shirt comes off.
Oh shit.
Bare chested and just starts to walk over. The one that was not run after actually jumps.
Man overboard.
Yeah, the other
I screamed at him
privateers.
real loud.
You can hear the one privateer, or the few privateers that were not affected by the song, goes towards the mast and starts to ring a bell.
Can we yell to cover your ears? So they'll put something in there?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Yell.
I'm gonna yell cover your ears.
I
mean,
we still have the men overboard, and then we have the shirtless men, right?
Yeah, so the Sherman, he wasn't able to jump. You are able to stop a little bit of his movement, but he will more than likely jump on this next round. Rolly, cupping your ears and sort of breaking, you feel the influence gone from your mind now. What do you want to do?
I want to try to stop that last guy from jumping because I see him moving towards the edge of the ship.
Roll me an athletics check.
Oh my god. That's 3.
Oh,
Honey, we're going to Vegas!
a third
3
nat
20.
20?
Oh, that. I was like,
Oh my god. Yeah, you tackle this guy to the floor as he... he doesn't say a word, but you definitely see he's trying to get up, but you're too large. You're pinning this guy to the floor.
Cover the ear.
I cover his ears.
I'll make another save. He does succeed, and he kind of breaks and
Okay.
goes, "What's going on? Get off!"
Magic stuff, cover your ears.
All right, yeah. You can hear the residual song starting to still... I'll say it's starting to die down a little bit as the brightness of the daylight is burning away from the fog, and a few of the fish creatures are definitely seeing the fact that they are being seen, don't want to be, and they start to dive into the water. The few that are still outside of the fog are beckoning that one sailor who jumped over.
Even within 60 feet? Damn. I thought we could at least see them.
Anyone have a rope to throw at him? Pull him back up?
I think I do.
Oh, there's
Wait,
rope on the
Rolly,
ship.
you have the...
Yeah, they have rope on the ship.
I'm like, Rolly, throw this. Because he's the one I know who could throw.
Oh, okay. Roll me an athletics check with disadvantage because you're trying to rope this guy, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll say it's a DC of 16.
Nailed it.
Oh.
30-20.
There you go. With disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
You bitch.
I rolled a 19 and an 11.
There you go. You throw it. You already created the loop onto the end that usually is used for like bringing things from the water up onto the deck. You wrap around this guy's waist and you just hear as you pull him back, almost like a fish out of water. He's still trying to get out, but unfortunately due to the charm, he's not full-minded to undo the tether. As you finally bring him onto board, he slams down like a fish.
Did he make the save again because he gets like slammed into the boat?
Yeah, he probably does. He probably takes a little bit of damage from that.
Just
Has to make a save. No, he still wants to try to get overboard.
Oh my god, just tie him up.
Put it in my hands
Cover
on his
his
ears.
ears.
I'm just gonna start tying him up.
You
It's
start
like,
tying him
nope,
up. Eventually, after an hour of doing this,
Tie him to the mast.
you tie him to the mast. This
Oh,
whole
wow.
ordeal. The song starts to lessen. The eyes start to blink out. And you continue on. And there's a bit of a worrisome few hours if you're not sure if they're still trailing you.
It's still daylight lasts for an hour, so I'll leave it up.
Oh, yeah. Well, after that hour, when it's gone, during that hour, I'll even say like they started to retreat.
Yeah.
But there's that feeling of not sure if they're following. They didn't get any prey, but you definitely have pushed them back.
Told you fairies were assholes. Now we gotta worry about aquatic fairies.
Is that what that was?
I don't know. They had little wings like them. I'm just assuming. Maybe
Well-
we tell people to keep extra cotton or something around, just in case they gotta plug their ears.
Leviathans, aquatic fairies, whales.
Fun.
Never mind, I'm not going to continue that thought.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep that thought to myself.
just leave it.
As you guys start to sleep that night, Rolly, I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
11. You are haunted by the sight of yellow eyes in the sea in one of your dreams. And you awaken a bit exhausted.
Buddy.
One thing I actually forgot to do, during the sort of afternoon time of this whole ordeal, I would like everyone just roll me a perception check. Rolly, this is sort of wimey-timey. You're able to roll it without disadvantage. But essentially, you have one level of exhaustion after this.
A wasted nat 20.
16.
You got a nat 20, Savannah?
Yes.
You have a perception roll.
Yeah, so it'd be a 23 for me.
23. What'd you get, Vera?
16.
16. Savannah, off in the distance, as the sun starts to set onto the open ocean, you see what looks like to be not like a whale, but an luminescent bubble far away from the ship. And with a nat 20, and everyone else, you start to see this after Savannah brings it out to attention, but Savannah, you're the one who sees all this detail. It's a almost aqua green bubble of light that is miles behind you, but still within horizon sight. That starts to poke its way out of the water, like sea green. There's almost like roots, veins, something like almost a series of patterns within the bubble, and it just comes out a bit, like half of the bubble is coming out of the water, moves, and then sinks into the water.
Can't be good. I described this to Jack.
Jack, who definitely has advantage on knowing these things. Now you roll double fives. He looks to you and goes, "Green bubble."
Uh-huh.
Glowing bubble.
I mean, it can be a lot of things. There's a lot of fish use a bit of bioluminescent when it comes to catching prey. I don't know.
Should we go try to... We can't go faster, can we? To make sure we just stay away from it?
We'll ensure that we'll put some more crewmates up here during the night to catch the wind. Give us more of a push.
Sav. She kind of whispers to Savannah.
Hmm?
Why don't you ask Felix for help?
I don't know what he... Okay, I can call him, but I don't know how much help he'll be.
I don't know, he's weird. That's weird.
You can hear Savannah's, because again, Felix can hear what you hear and goes, I'm not weird.
In my head, you kind of are, but it's okay.
If you say so, Savannah.
Thoughts on giant luminescent green thing?
Oh, he gets to roll as well. Unfortunately, he didn't roll that well, but he
Rolled better than Jack, I hope.
he did roll better than Jack.
Okay, we'll take that.
It looked like some sort of sea creature. It didn't look like like a environmental thing.
Really?
Oh, wait.
Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah.
Start thinking, I'm like, wait. I couldn't. I'm like, we thought. I'm like, great, monster. Thank you, Felix.
Of course. But we'll say that this forwards to the night and roll. You have that exhausted dream of just yellow eyes everywhere. You have 1 point of exhaustion, meaning you have disadvantage on all ability checks. Just ability checks, not attacks and things like that.
Oh no.
Savannah, why don't you roll me a d6?
Mm-mm.
Everyone has a long rest, by the way.
Oh.
This is the next morning.
It's a 5. We already did 5, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that means we're going to go down 1. The sound of rushing waves can be heard as the occasional snap of cloth as the ship catches a strong draft, pushing the boat forward. The moon is out tonight, giving a bright reflection off the ocean, as well as illuminating a bunch of the ship itself. Because this is happening early in the morning, where is everyone as you guys are awoken for this? Or like the sun hasn't even come up yet.
No, I was gonna say if the sun's up, I'll be up there. If not, then I'm probably still down.
Okay.
Same. Yeah, the sun's not up. There's no reason for it to be up. Only one it might be up is Rolly because nightmares.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So Rolly, we're gonna put you on top deck. So
I mean, she meditates in the sun to charge her shield, but I'm like, if it's not up, she probably wouldn't be up there just yet.
it's like 3 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's probably more
Very
up there
early.
like 4 to 5 when the sun first comes up.
Yeah. Rolly, you start to see off the side of the ship, off to the right side, a soft aquatic green glow begins to shine on the right side of the ship.
Huh. Can I? Oh, am I still sleeping or like?
No, you're essentially you've awoken because of the nightmares. This is what's giving you the exhaustion. But you're walking around just sort of unable to sleep at the moment.
I go to Sav and I let her know like, hey, that.
Savannah, you're awoken from your slumber.
Wait, you said it was a green glow on the ship? I'm gonna wake up Vera, wake up Jack, and then drag them all to the front to go see what Rolly's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. Jack. Hi, Captain. All right.
Rolly's reporting something odd up aboard.
Like yesterday or something new odd?
You guys head to top deck, and it's not on the ship. It's underneath. Something is glowing underneath. I would like everyone to make me a perception check. Roll you do with a disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I'm not going to use lucky on that. Not one.
That one.
Eh.
Today is the day of doubles because I rolled 19 twice.
Ooh, very good. Unfortunately, Savannah, you don't head over to the edge of the ship. You actually take over captain duty and you get to the wheel, allowing your crew to look everything. So you're unable to look. Vera, Rolly, and I'll say Jack also follows you, Savannah, sort of like seeing that your other crew has it. Vera and Rolly, you look over, and as you start to peer over the edge of the ship, you can see something keeping pace. It almost looks translucent, like a translucent bubble.
Hey, really, maybe you can talk to it.
Green veins with some sort of lining of tiny fins along the edging compared to its large size. And at this moment, as you start to talk to one another, you see two thin, light blue, sharp points.
Oh, shit.
And the entire ship starts to rock.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say,
Crack.
hello?
You whisper hello. What'd you guys roll for perception? Vera, Rolly, what's the
Dirty
total?
20.
Dirty 20. And Rolly, what was your total?
My total was perception should be 23.
23. As you whisper hello, you don't get an answer back. However, this is what you see, Rolly. As a lot of things you start to squint your eyes, trying to peer as further down into the depths as you can see. 4 sharp appendages latch themselves onto the ship. The actual creature, whatever it may be, is about 10 feet away, so its reach is fairly long. Water starts to flood the lower decks.
Oh, shit.
As the beast itself slowly moves itself until it pulls itself a little bit further down until you could see 4 massive eyes.
Oh, boy.
Bright blue. And what looks like to be small compared to the size, maybe medium-sized humanoids swimming within the bubble. And then something escapes out of the bubble. And then another. And it starts to scatter onto different parts of the ship going around. And Rolly, the last thing that you see, under one of the mandibles on this creature, it clearly reads, Test Subject 113.
Ah,
Oh, God. All right, I run back to Savannah. I'm gonna head to Savannah and then make my way down to the lower of the ship. And I'm gonna say, we got a test subject. Prepare for battle.
I start ringing the bell, like getting everyone up.
You start to ring the bell. So this is how it's going to happen. Since Rolly, you've left it and you're going to go downstairs. Vera, you're still top deck, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You're the second one with the highest perception on this whole check. You start to hear the sound of metal as these small humanoids. There were like tiny humanoids and there was like medium-sized humanoids. The tiny ones have escaped the bubble, ejected themselves like parasites onto the ship, moving around. Then you start to see the larger humanoids, sort of almost like people, start to escape from the bubble, and you see what looks like to be water-warped humans and elves and half-elves with a singular appendage sticking out of their forehead with a small angular fish bulb. Bit of the skeletal and skin is almost sagging and waterlogged as they start to climb. I'm gonna need everyone to roll me initiative.
Can I yell that I think they're undead?
You can yell that, yeah. So the bell has been rung by Savannah. Rolly, do you go to the first deck or to the hull?
I'm at the top deck, right?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm giving you a freedom choice here as you start to get ready. Are you arriving at the hull, which is the very bottom, or the below deck, which is the one lower?
I'm gonna go below deck and I'm gonna start to make some noise to wake up some sailors, and then I'm gonna head to the hull.
Okay, perfect. You start to yell, getting everyone's attention. You start to hear the sound of sailors waking up. Some of them already awake because there are like night shifts who stay at their stations, but people start to awaken as this happens. Let's go ahead and count everyone's initiative. So first of all, Vera, what'd you get?
12.
12. Before I get everyone else's initiative, give me a quick second because I'm going to write this down. Rolly, what'd you get?
19.
19. Not bad. So that means... And, oh, that goes right here. Savannah, what'd you get?
12.
12. I know that you have a higher dex than Vera, so you go before. Perfect. So, guys, this is where it get complicated and why I asked you to bring out your notebooks.
Notebook out.
Savannah, you are well aware of what the ship can do. So you have that. The ship goes at the very end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
So you can give commands as a free action, and those commands, obviously there are things that can be done, will be enacted. First of all, I'm not going to roll for 24 sailors. So they are not going to be on the ship for this entire encounter. Essentially, you have 24 sailors, 8 are on the top deck, 8 are on the lower deck, and 8 are on the hull. I will keep track of the numbers as well if you wish to do so as well. Savannah, you're well aware that there are certain actions that benefit from more sailors being in certain areas. So if you have everyone in the hull, there's a bonus that comes from checks happening within the hull. So that happens. Another thing that's going to happen is that any deck that you guys are not in personally, I'm going to roll some d20s, and we're going to count how many sailors are in that hull compared to how many enemies. And if the enemy's roll wins, a sailor dies.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
If the crew wins, no one dies. So we're going to do that every turn. In addition to that, your ship, Savannah, can hold up to 100 tons of cargo. A lot. But you're taking on water. If you enact a repair skill, there's a certain threshold you have to hit that will repair a hole. Every hole that is still active at the end of the round is going to start to flood your ship. It can take a lot of water, but
not that much.
the more holes that are exposed start to increase more water flow. I have everything set here in terms of the stats, and I'll give you updates of like, it doesn't look good, it looks like you're fine so far, but you may want to. So I'll give you hints along the way, but there's a lot to keep track of, as this is going to be a tough, difficult fight.
Quick question.
Yes.
On my turn, is it strictly just for me, or can I skip my turn for commands for the ships?
Command is a free action, is currently just giving verbal commands. What's happening is that Jack and the crew are going on the exact same turn, and Jack is going to act as your voice. He's going to go downstairs,
Gotcha.
give commands, go back upstairs, and wait for your command. If you tell him to fight, he will do so because he has his own stats. Okay, so this is where it's going to get really crazy. Don't need you. So first of all, let's go ahead and change this music. And let's go and put you on the map, guys.
Uh-oh. Ugh.
So Rolly, I'll say that you're down here. Samantha, you're with Jack, and Vera, you're the one who is watching everything. We'll say right about here, as numerous figures start to climb onto the ship itself. Let's go and show the audience now. Vera, you can clearly see this creature
Yeah.
looming over. So, first of all,
It's not my turn though, so.
it is not your turn just yet. It is now going to be the eye crab's turns. This one, 5, 10, 15. Is going to attempt to attack.
I'm gonna roll for Moscow's thing.
Oh, yes, please do so. I would also like to apologize to to the audience because this is probably going to take me some time to keep track of everyone, but this is going to be a thing.
You did it to yourself.
I did do it to myself, but this is going to be fun. It is going to... Actually, no. Eye crabs, during this round, start to... I'll say they scatter around. They actually don't attack for a reason.
That's suspicious.
Assessing the bait.
So
Sus.
this one moves around.
Super sus.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I didn't study crabs.
The layer is going to have an action now. Let's see here. Perfect. I need Vera to make me a dex saving throw.
Oh, that should be good. Hold on. I was looking for something. Something tells me I'm gonna go for a swim. 14.
14. You don't go overboard. You did fail, so you are prone.
Okay.
As the test subject starts to continuously move its body, shifting its way so it can continuously grapple onto the ship, and the ship starts to rock in a sort of a wobbling pattern. You fall, unable to catch your balance. That's the layer's turn. Rolly, you're up.
Well, let's see. So I assume that I've already made my way down to the hull at this point.
Yeah, you're starting your turn in the hull. You currently are looking down. You see these almost sallow, waterlogged privateers wearing old, like, just now starting to dissolve, colors and clothes start to emerge. Their eyes sunken in black, gigantic angular teeth, what looks like to be like an angular lure hanging on the end of their heads, and what looks to be these small crab-like gigantic-eyed creatures that are just skittering around. They see you, but don't attack, which is interesting.
Okay, well, this is where all the water's flooding, so...
Yeah, so currently it is flooding in here.
20, activate rage.
Okay, you are raging.
Rage repair.
Yep, and hit the drowned privateer.
Okay, go ahead and make me attack.
That is going to be... 23 to hit.
23 does hit. Make
Okay,
me...
I needed to roll a strength save.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. That's going to be a 10.
That fails.
Moves further down. You take its place.
Alright, that's going to be fun. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Solid first hit as you swing across this waterlogged stomach that... And not blood, but like seawater starts to emerge from the wound.
It's taking radiant damage, because I forgot that's what I had set.
Oh.
I set that when we were fighting Lich.
Yeah, correct.
Lich.
Understood. Yeah, a bit of a radiant light glow starts to emerge from the cut.
Cool. Second attack. 30-20.
That hits. Roll me damage.
Alright. Uh, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Not bad. A second cut slices into the drown. You just hear... Like the esophagus of this once humanoid has been like just torn apart due to the seas, and it's just unable to just fully express itself, but it is just almost controlled and just glaring at you.
Ew.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
It's going to be the privateer's turns. So we're going to go top order. This one can make its way to you, Vera, and is going to attack twice with a rapier with advantage because you are prone. Nope, not going to hit with a 14. It does have multi-attack, so attack again. Nope, it's not gonna hit because you have really high AC.
She's probably just holding her shield up.
You just see this go.
She fell.
You just block it twice with your shield. Just a constant barrage of metal on metal. That's its turn. This one is going to go. Okay, it's gonna make its way. This one has no people in the first lower deck, so they're just probably gonna make their way this way, and we'll get to that in a second. 5, 10, 20. This one's actually gonna go upstairs. So, Drowned Privateer number 6 to you, Rolly. I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Oh, buddy. That's not good.
Oh, go ahead and make me the wisdom save, and then we'll finish something else. I forgot one thing.
Oh, that's not good. That's going to be a 7.
A 7. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I need you to make me 2 dexterity saving throws. You have advantage because you have danger sense.
I have disadvantage because I have the 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, no, saving throws, not checks.
Ah.
Yes, you are fine.
Ah. Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 30-20.
You succeed. Roll me another one because you hit it twice.
Uh, 15.
15. You succeed. So we're going to play this out for you, Rolly, since I had to backtrack a little bit. You hit it the first time with your axe as the radiant glow cuts it through. The cut that you expose, you can actually see that the muscle tissue is gone. You just see bone and the remains of a bloated stomach. And as the second slice opens it up, you can see within this somewhat translucent, you can see like it's almost like putting a flashlight to your skin. You can see like almost through it. Is tiny little bright lights within the stomach that start to swim around. As you cut through it, you see a spattering of what looks like the small little appendages that are on the drowned privateers scatter around. You dodge out of the way, unsure what they do, and they land on the floor, the light gone. You hit it the second time, another spattering, and you dodge out of the way. So nothing happens. However, as the lure that's on the drowned privateer starts to glow brightly, you are considered lured at the moment, which is kind of a custom effect condition. Essentially, it's like an opposite fear.
He moved closer.
You cannot willingly move further away from this drowned privateer, and all attacks against this creature have disadvantage. So that's their turns. Privateers. Savannah, you're up.
I'm gonna use this action to officially call on Felix.
Okay, you use your action to. As you start to ooze the black spores around you, as you get to start to be surrounded by it. You have 4 points of temporary hit points.
I don't have to stay here to captain the ship, right? I can move around?
No, essentially, on the ship's turn, I'm going to ask you what you'd like to do, and then it's all going to happen.
What's my best course of action? You know what? Because I want to stay near Jack. I'm going to stay here, and I'm just going to end my turn.
Okay. You end your turn. Vera, you're up.
How many people are on the top level? Like people, not enemies.
There are 8 on the top deck.
That's including Jack?
No, that's not including Jack.
Shit.
I'll also remind you that I'm not going to count any of the actual privateers, like your crew, because that's too many bodies to handle. So you don't need to worry about them health-wise.
Okay. Well, that's not what I'm worried about.
Like body-wise.
If you're doing a damaging spell, don't worry, that's not going to be affected. Almost like healing for damage is not going to happen.
No. I'm gonna cast Water Walk, but I'm gonna cast it on me, Savannah, and Jack
Okay.
as my action in case we go overboard.
Smart.
There was a bonus. Oh, bonus action. I'm gonna take my potion, so I'm just gonna add 10 feet of my movement.
Okay. You now have 45 feet of movement?
I think it's 40.
Okay, 40 feet. Would you like to use half those feet, half your movement to get up?
Yeah, so I'll have 20 feet.
That was an action, bonus action, your movement. I think you're done.
Yeah. I mean, I could move next to Savannah, but this guy's gonna try and get a hit, so I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. It is now going to be test subject's turn. The Jelly Devil, as I'm calling it now, is going to attack 3 times, opening 3 new holes on the hole. So we're going to see if it hits. So I know the hole has an AC of 15, Savannah. So the first one is going to be a 23.
Hits.
A new hole is created. 24. A new
Hits.
hole is created. And a 19.
Hits.
So, Rolly, you're currently standing, and there are about... You feel the rock and sort of the protrusions of these, like, gigantic, like, pincers start to crush into the ship where you're currently standing, and instead of 5 holes down here, there are 8.
Uh-oh.
That's its turn. It's now going to be Jack's turn. Jack, where do you want Jack to go, Savannah? Well, actually, I'll ask this question for you, Savannah. Do you want Jack to attack or give out orders?
I'm torn because I kind of want to give him out orders because we need to start repairing those holes, but at the same time, we need bodies on top. I'm gonna have him go give out orders and then come back.
Okay. I'll say that it'll cost us bonus action to give out orders. If you want him to do an action, you can tell him to attack someone.
Attack someone, please.
Yeah. Okay. Jack, he'll start giving orders to, and what order are you giving?
Start repairs.
Start repairs. He goes from each row. It's simple enough because he just has to hop down here and then go from level to level. He actually sees you rolling and yells to the extra crewmates here and just goes, repair, repair, captain's orders. Where do you want Jack to end up, and who do you want him to attack?
We'll start actually in the middle one because there's nobody there from our team, and go for the drowned privateer. 3.
Okay. No one sees what happens, but essentially we'll see as the camera. As an action, Jack is going to place a palm onto the floor of the ship, whisper something, and you all, or at least the camera starts to see. I'm going to go and bring it out now. Let's see, where are you? There you are. A multicolored tentacle starts to appear from the ground itself, made out of wood that starts to become flesh. That's going to be the end of his turn at the moment. So I think actually he can make an attack this turn. It's going to make an attack. Yeah, I can. So it's going to try now. 7. Unfortunately, it does not connect. So it just gets summoned right now. Standing around. After Jack's turn, it's going to be the crewmates and the ship. So first of all, let's go in order. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 creatures on the top deck. There are 8 crewmates on the top deck. Savannah, I want you to roll me a D20 plus 8.
16 plus 8, that is 22.
No one dies on the
24.
top deck. Savannah, there are 8 plus Jack on the top deck. So I want you to roll me a D20 plus 9. And
Me
there
on the
are
middle.
1, 2,
Oh dear.
4,
So that's 9 plus 9, 18.
18. Let's roll again because I got an 18 as well. Okay.
Everybody's halfway breathing.
So 19 plus 9,
28.
28.
No one dies in the lower decks. There are 8 people on the hull, so I want you to roll me a d20 plus 8.
So 11 plus 8, 19.
No one dies in the hull. So that is great. Now we're going to do repair checks. Because you've given that instruction. So repair is you need to roll me. So all of this is happening. Roll me 1d20 plus 8. And you have to beat a 15.
So unnatural, 20.
Okay.
So that
and
was
then,
12. Oh, next one?
yeah, next one. So you rolled a natural 20 on right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's for the hull. Now this is for the middle deck. Go ahead and roll me a d20 plus 8.
8 or 9?
Oh, 9, yeah, because of Jack. Plus 9.
So that's 15 plus 9, 24?
24. Excellent. I should have asked this before. You would have passed anyways. Where are you doing repairs? Remember, you can do 2 actions this round. So 2 repair actions you can do.
I know there's repairs on Rolly's deck.
Perfect. Where's that second repair going? You can do it the same deck if you want. You can do 2 repairs in the same deck.
Trying to remember where all the holes are right now.
I think they're all at the bottom.
So right now
They're all at the bottom?
there are 5 holes in the lower deck and 8 holes in the hold.
Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah, go to repairs of the hold as well.
Roll me.
So split between the 2.
On both?
Huh?
So you're repairing the lower deck and the hold?
Yeah.
All right, roll me 3d12.
Hardly ever roll d12s.
I know,
Hold on.
right? So special.
So 10, 6, and 6. So 22?
22. You repair 1 hole.
Take it.
So there are 7. Roll me another 3d12.
So 4, 8, that's 12, and 9. Trying to do math. 21.
You repair a hole on the lower deck as well. So there are 4 holes in the lower deck, 7 holes in the hold. Don't forget, you could still take legendary actions after enemy turns. This is for the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. Because there are 7 holes in the hold, Rolly, you start to see about... Let's see. So that's... Each deck can hold about 50 tons. So that is about 1.75 tons starts to fill the hole.
Meep.
Yeah,
Neat.
it's starting to flow in right now. After the ship, it's going to be the eye crabs now. I don't think... Nope, these are just still walking around. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, these are just sort of wandering aimlessly. The layer's turn. Vera, since you're still close to the edge of the ship, I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
You do not fall. Nice.
I was 0 to modded, so...
So, guys, I know there's a lot to keep track of, but we're going to end this round and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
Rolly, you're up.
Meep.
Neat.
Okay. I am going to... Okay, I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to use my bonus action to set my... I'm going to use my bonus action to set the houses called the Thunder.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack, but I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay, that means you have a straight roll because you would be doing a disadvantage. You're breaking that disadvantage. Go for it.
That's what I needed. 19 plus 9.
Yes, that definitely does hit.
All right. Come on, big numbers. Big numbers. Make Papa happy. All right, I'll take that. 18 points of damage.
Ooh, boy. Oh, this thing is... Yeah, you see another splatter of these small little tendrils. Make me a dex save.
All right.
With advantage because you still have danger sense.
Uh, 16.
16. You do succeed. It rolled a natural 20 on a strength save to get pushed, so it does not get pushed.
Perfect. I'll go for my second attack.
I used up a natural 20 for that. Fuck.
Yes. 22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll me damage.
All right. Come on. Big numbers. Papa needs big numbers. There we go. That's a big number. All right. So 18, 19, 24 points of damage total.
24 points of damage. This thing is cleaved in half as you start to see the body itself start to turn into just super watery mush paste. Falling down, you see that the light on the lure dissipates and you're no longer lured as that condition. And it falls through. I need you to make me another dex save.
$17.
17. Another scattering of these like small little bit of anglerfish lures fly out at you, and nothing happens.
Okay. Then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my remaining action to my remaining movement to get in front of this eye crab.
Okay. The eye crab just sort of like is walking around like a daddy long legs and definitely does recognize you. The giant eye sort of closes and opens on its back, but it doesn't look aggressive at the moment.
Is it saying anything?
It is... Let me check. I didn't mark. It is a beast. You just hear it go, blood? And that's it.
I respond, you are food.
Blood food.
You food.
Blood
Me hungry.
food. Make me an intimidation check.
Man, it really does eat everything.
21.
21. It feels threatened, and
Oh,
it no
no.
longer
Yes!
it no longer feels like it has to be docile, and is now a bit afraid of you.
Good. I am hungry.
After you, Rolly, it is going to be the privateers. This one is not going to get advantage on you, Vera, but it's definitely going to make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, finally. One of them is going to hit with 21. The other one's not going to. So that means... Let's see. How much damage do you do? There it is. Ooh. You take 12 points of damage.
That sounds so excited. All right.
This drowned privateer goes right about here, and I need Vera and Savannah to make me wisdom saves.
But why? Okay, I'll take that. 17?
You succeed.
Also 17, but plus 8.
You
So
are both not lured as the light on top of the drowned privateer starts to shine brightly and then diminishes. You guys are not affected. These 2 guys are going to start crowding around Jack.
shit.
That's not good.
Miss. Miss. Hit. Natural 20. So that means hit is going to be not that much, actually.
Good.
It's going to be 7 points of damage. And then this one's going to be doubled. Woo! 18 points of damage.
Ouch.
Oh, he's already not looking good.
Oh, great. God damn it.
Yeah, you can, Savannah, Vera, you can hear the screams of anguish. I think even you, Rolly, because you're close to the stairs. Jack is sort of standing on the stairs, so you can hear it from both levels. A bit of like slashing and grunts happening. Definitely screams of pain coming from the well-known Jack now.
Well, unfortunately, I have dinner in front of me, so.
True. Savannah, you're up.
First line of order, I'm gonna cast haste.
Okay. I think that's an action, yeah?
Yeah.
But now you have another action because of haste.
How far is this? I need to scroll in so I can see better. Is this blocking me?
No. You essentially the stairwells are right about here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. I'm gonna move up to Drown Privateer 2, and I'm gonna slash him with the dagger.
Go for it.
Up. It's gonna be 18 to hit.
18 hits.
I just realized I do not have all the d6 out. So it's 3.
By the way, you do not get sneak attack because it's not at advantage. Okay, perfect.
I think it's still just 3 though.
Yeah, it's 3d6 plus your dexterity modifier for damage.
So that's gonna be 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Plus, that's gonna be 19.
19. You cut into this drowned privateer. It almost looks like your sailor crew, but just warped and fishified, essentially. And you cut through the stomach, and you just start to see a bit of the veins start to glow bright white as one of the tendrils escapes. You dodge out of the way as it sort of slams onto the floor and dies, the light gone. Only could imagine what happens when these things actually touch you. So far, you guys have been rolling pretty well. That was your action, your...
It's a miracle.
Yeah, your action, your hasted action, any bonus action.
So jinx it.
You can attack again if you want.
You know what? It's great. We'll attack again.
Go for it. Because you have cunning action.
You know what? I fell on the floor. That could stay there. That's gonna be 17 to hit.
That hits. Roll me damage.
Okay. That's gonna be 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage? Pretty good. Roll me another dexterity saving throw.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Okay, a natural 20.
You succeed.
Yay.
Ooh, you guys. Pretty good. Is that the end of your turn, Savannah?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
Vera, you're up.
Alright, I have a question about placement.
What's the question?
I was like going back and forth on freaking plans here, but I'm just like, I don't fuck if I know. So I want to do control water, but I'm gonna use it to cause a whirlpool.
Okay.
But I want to like whirlpool it on the jelly.
Point of order, don't forget, it is still latched onto your ship.
I know, I want to try and rip it off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it takes damage. So it says, I'm just going to read it to you and
Yes,
tell
please.
me if you think it'll do it, if I place it just right. It says this effect requires a body of water at least 50 feet square, or 50 square feet and 25 feet deep, and cause a whirlpool to form in the center of the area. The whirlpool forms into a vortex that is 5 feet wide at the base and up to 55 feet at the top and 25 feet tall. Any creature or object in the water or within 25 feet of the vortex is pulled 10 feet towards it. It says if a creature wants to swim away, they have to make a strength check. So I'm wondering if I put it far enough, could I suck that jellyfish off the ship?
You can certainly try. We're going to have a roll-off between its strength and your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
So you cast the spell
Yeah.
as you start to form. I'm assuming to the left of the creature, further. A little
Yeah,
away
because the
from
range of the spell is 300 feet, so I
Yeah.
could place it pretty far enough where it.
How does it look for you to create a whirlpool in the ocean?
I don't know. I mean, she's done it once before, but she's only moved water. She hasn't made the whirlpool.
I'm imagining some storm magic right now.
Just raising her hand as like bits of beaming light start to
Yeah, I imagine
affect.
that it has some kind of light, and she's just trying to like use force to like make the water come up.
It's like the moonbeam where a beam of sunlight hits a point in the water and the water starts to bubble, and then because of the warm air hitting cool, it starts to, and everyone on the top deck could hear a raging storm happening off to the left. This creature is still attached to it, so I need you to make me a wisdom check. It's going to make a strength check.
Okay. No pressure. I like don't want to roll. Okay. You said check, right?
Check.
I think it's a +4. 19?
25.
God damn it.
Does it take damage while it's still in the whirlpool?
It has. If it makes the save, then no.
Okay.
But it has to like try and swim away.
Okay. Well, that's definitely going to affect its decisions now. As it's currently getting pulled, it's currently still latched on.
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me read the bottom. Yeah, so it says yeah, so it isn't caught.
Okay.
It's not stuck, but he has to like try and swim away from it because I can move it.
What's your spell DC? Because I'm gonna say it's gonna be its turn now, unless you have a bonus action.
16.
16. It's gonna be its turn now.
Okay.
And it's gonna try to make a strength check to pull itself out, and it's gonna start to climb its way up the ship.
You're low.
16.
16's the save.
Yeah. It has how much movement? 20.
Hey,
5,
Savannah, you don't want to use lucky,
10.
do you?
No, but I might use the ship might use a legendary action.
The test subject starts to. You almost see the ship go.
Oh shit.
As you see this gigantic bubble jellyfish mixed with a crab, gigantic Colossus Titan. Currently, its 4 eyes. It's moving slowly. It's its turn right now, so what it's going to do is that it's going to... What's its range? Yeah. It can't reach you just yet, Vera.
Oh dear.
But it's going to use its bioluminescent shock.
Fine.
I need Vera and Savannah to make me dexterity saving throws.
I have a question. Could I technically give some of that damage to somebody I don't like?
No, they have to be willing to accept it.
Okay. We're the dread. I don't know. Roll that dice. That one, I think, had enough luck for today. Yeah. That's only a 12.
12? Alright, and what'd you get, Savannah?
One out.
What was your dexterity saving throw?
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
Okay.
apologies. Yes, you have a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 to a total of what?
Saving throw. That's gonna be 20. All right. Yeah, 28.
Alright, you succeed, Savannah, so you take half of this. Vera, you take...
Oh,
You
no.
take 18 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And Savannah, you take 9. But because it's a dexterity saving throw and you have evasion, you take 0. So what you see from the small little fins as they start to almost shock upwards, and you start to see the luminescent coloration go outwards. You feel the shock run through your body. Savannah, you're just able to dodge out of the way. That's its turn. And now it has access to legendary actions.
Get back in the water.
After the jellyfish, it is going to be Jack's turn. Jack's not looking good. So first of all, he's going to use his bonus action to make an attack with his tentacle. Does hit. 2d8. Okay. 6 points of damage to number 3. You didn't hire Jack to be a fighter. He knows how to fight with a ship. 6. And now he has to make a dex saving throw. He does succeed. Hey.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, good.
As an action, he is going to cast... He needs to get out of there. He's surrounded, so it's not looking good. He's going to cast Thunderstep.
Thunderstruck.
So that means I'm going to make these 3 make Constitution saving throws. Fail, fail, and fail. Okay, that's good. So it's 4d10. Each of these creatures, the Drowned Privateer 3, 5, and Eye Crab 4 takes 19 points of damage.
Oof.
35, 19, and 19. And Jack is going to... He's gonna reappear here. Freed. Actually, no, he's got to get to his captain. He's gonna appear here and see the giant Jersey Devil and go, oh, nope. And look to you, Savannah. What are your orders for him to give to the crew?
Kill it with
Real
fire.
fast. If I wanted the ship to do its legendary action, how would I go about that?
Legendary actions can go after anyone's turn except for the ship. If you want to you get legendary action now, you could do it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check. I'm going to have the ship do Oceanic Frost.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so roll me a d20, and you could choose 3 creatures anywhere on the ship.
So my spell, the ship, right?
Yeah, anywhere on the ship.
So it's going to be 18.
Okay.
Well, obviously the big jelly devil thing.
Okay, so let me tell you right now, does an 18 hit? 18 does hit. So you are able to, the first one hits. Go and roll me again, another d20 plus 5.
Plus 5, that's going to be 21.
21. Where are you aiming this one to?
We'll do the Drowned Privateer in front of Vera.
Okay, got it. And you have one more.
And we'll go for the Drowned Privateer in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll me 2d6, and that's going to count for all 3.
Cool.
What happens, guys, is that the ocean spray around the entire top of the deck starts to solidify into what looks to be almost serrated edgings around the edge of the ship until near the floor and edging starts to jam into both the privateers and the jelly devil.
That's going to be 13.
13 points of damage to all of them. Okay. 13, and then privateer number 2, so 13 you said. I need Vera and Savannah to make me dex saving throws.
God damn it.
Oh boy.
And what's your order for the crew? To repair or to attack?
Yeah, repair.
Okay, Jack's gonna give those instructions, and he's actually stay down with Rolly down here. Vera, what'd you get?
19.
You succeed. Savannah, what'd you get?
19.
You succeed. No appendages onto you guys.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Keep your appendages to yourself, sir. Oh,
So, this is where we're going to call it a game, guys, as you guys are currently... We're going to restart the engagement here. as we have a gigantic jelly crab creature attacking the ship. Signs of it being an experiment long from the Blakes, as well as what looks to be spawns from it.
I have so many things up that I gotta remember.
You?
I
I
don't
have
like
like a
it.
whole page of different floors.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I have my distance,
oh, wait,
2
one
spells, and the
last thing.
damage done to the ship.
Before we end the whole round, since we did repairs, I do have to do this. Roll me 2d20s.
Oh,
One of them add 9, one of them add 8.
All right, so
So we'll have
12 plus 8 is
20.
20, and
Got it.
then you said the other one was 9. 9
Yes.
plus 10,
Okay,
so that's 19.
19. Both succeed. Roll me 2d12. Or no, 3d12, sorry.
So 6, 7, 8.
8. Only 8?
Mhm.
Okay. Unfortunately, where are you trying to do this repair, this check?
I think we have to do the bottom base. 'Cause that's probably where it takes the most water.
Okay. Unfortunately, 8 is not enough to repair a hole. You can roll. You did succeed on the second check. You can try to add more to it. You can roll.
Let's try to
another-
add.
Okay.
So
Roll another 3d12.
3, 7, 17.
17. That is enough to repair a hole.
So we have
There
3
are
in the
only-
bottom?
There are no. It's 3 holes on the lower deck, 6 holes on the hold.
Yeah.
And because there's only 6 holes in the hold, Rolly, you start to see about another ton of water starts to fill.
Meep.
So there are about yeah, 2 1/4 ton of water currently sitting at the bottom of the hole.
That's not good.
And that's where we're gonna end today's session. A lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
Hope y'all brought your trunks.
Mm-hmm. It's at this because it is a large ship. Rolly, it's getting up to your ankles.
Well,
But you just hear as water is just filling the space.
3 of us will be able to water walk.
It's true.
But I don't necessarily want to crash the ship either.
No, I'm not trying to, but I'm saying worst case scenario, you won't drown.
Jack is water walking right now.
Yeah, him being Savannah.
Oh, wait. Walk on water's concentration, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
no.
I don't think it is. Hold on. Let me think. Because I don't think it is once it's cast. Is it 4th or 3rd? It's 3rd.
Well, you know what doesn't require concentration? Just standing ankle deep in a puddle of water.
Yeah.
In a sinking ship.
Yeah, it just says I could do it as a ritual, but it says hour transmutation. It doesn't say anything about I have to maintain.
Perfect. Yeah, then it's still going. All right, guys. That's what we're going to call it a game. See you guys next week.
control
Bye.
water is though.